We on.
Gia, back up in this bitch once again. It's the A team, man. What's up with everybody? It's big fight night, man. I live for these big fights. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we live for these big fights on the corner, period. Let me find the stream real quick. Get up in there. What's up to everybody, man? My boy D-Lo had stopped through. Salute to you. J1 Pro Da Vinci, what's up with it? Say, let's go, Gary. Yeah, we locked in. I took Gary Russell too. I think we got some stuff to be concerned about, but I still went on ahead and took Gary Russell. You know what I'm saying? Eric R, salute to you.
Lil Rock, salute. Salute, bro. Signs of the times, salute. What's happening, fam?
So with everybody, man, Eric R said, Mr. Gary Russell Jr., let's go. One of my favorite holidays. One of your favorite holidays, huh? You missed the holiday last year because the man ain't fought in 2 years. MZ, Pecos Bill, what's up with it? Say, Mr. Gary about to put hands on that boy. We gonna see. Salute to you. Almond Brown in the building, goddamn me. Pretty brown eyes on the boy. Say, hey, Trey X chat in the mod, dropping in early to say hello and blessing. We definitely appreciate you coming through and showing us some support. You know what I'm saying? Throw a wrench too, bro. She cool as hell. She be sharing everybody videos and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? She one of them glues of the community type people. I see you, Pecos Bill. Yasser Hussein, what's up, bro? Salute across that pond. Say salute to the corner in the chat. Who you got tonight? Pecos Bill said he got Gary Russell. Salute to my boy Gil Coles. Say salute to the corner. I gotta take you down.
Champ, La D in the building. Salute, sis. What's happening?
Salute to the queen. I gotta take you down, Gil Coles, man. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of nervous this week because a lot of my picks are different than what everybody else took. You know what I'm saying? So I might be giving up some more ground this week, but we gonna see. Salute to Little Rock, what's going down? KL Harris, salute to you. Hold on, this is a sign of the time, so I'm out to get mine. All I live is a life of crime. What's up, bro? Ali Dago, what's up with it? Say salute to the Portaway podcast live too. That's what's up. I'll be watching that shit too.
Dago, salute. What's good with it, bro? It's just boxing. Champions first in the building. What's happening?
Ali Dago, he been screaming from the rooftops that he feel like Magsayo is gonna take this shit down tonight too. So we gonna see, man. I see you signed at the time. D, what's up with it, bro? Say salute Marlo Trace in the corner. What's going down? J1 Pro Da Vinci say hit the like one too. Definitely would appreciate it. Winston Lee, salute to you. Hey man, y'all gotta hold it down on the Champ Ross too, man. Cause I tried to go through and sweep through and make sure everybody got their picks in, you know what I'm saying? But I might have missed somebody, like one or two people might have slipped through the cracks, man. So y'all gotta stay on top of that and make sure I get your picks up in there. I don't want no excuses when I drop this hammer on y'all ass. Kev Harris said he got Gary Russell Jr. I'm going ahead and take Gary Russell. I'm gonna take skills, man. Skills pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? And plus, Magsayo said he don't really like fighting against southpaws, and he did struggle against his last southpaw, that Hermosillo dude that he fought. Even though the guy was pretty tall, he was like 5'9", so he got like a different type of puzzle tonight. But he got a more skilled fighter. I was thinking, I was like, in Magsayo's entire career as an amateur and a pro, there's a great chance that he's never fought anybody as good as Gary Russell over there in the Philippines, and he sure ain't fought now. But when on Gary Russell's side, I was like, man, this guy Magsayo, he pretty talented, but I'm pretty sure that Gary Russell Jr. came across a lot of talented fighters in his career. This ain't nothing new to him. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he's been seeing some guys with a little power, a little bit of speed and stuff like that. So I don't think he's gonna be no fish out of the water. And plus, he done handled the layoffs pretty well in his career. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and lock in with Gary Russell. Let's go and put it down. Majority decision. Yasser Hussein said I got all the people Gil got. Yeah. Well, you going down with the ship then. I'm taking down the Titanic tonight, bro. I ain't come to play with Gil Coles, man. He already done made it hell on me because my Cowboys went out there and got their ass beat. And every single time the 49ers made a play, I just kept on thinking about Gil Coles. I check in the Discord every now and then, and guess who I see? He typing them big old eyeballs and shit to let me know. Like he looking at these Cowboys and they ain't looking too good right now. You know what I'm saying? So I got to get his ass back. Signs of the time said Gary got shelled when he was making a video 2 years ago. He finally back, but this is a dangerous fight. Oh, it's very dangerous. You know what I'm saying? I think he the favorite in the fight, but at the same time, he is going against a dangerous opponent. We got to shed light on that to make sure that Gary Russell gets the credit that he deserves if he go out there and beat this guy. This is not an easy victory tonight. The guy that he facing is 220 as an amateur, and he's a 4-time national Filipino champion. And plus, you know, he a pretty talented guy, got good speed, got good power. He can counter punch. You know what I'm saying? He a bigger guy. He got a 2-inch height advantage, and he got a 4-inch reach advantage over Gary Russell. So yeah, he got a daunting task tonight. And if he overcomes it, we got to get that motherfucker some props. Ali Dago said he got Magsayo winning. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, the guy is good enough that he got a chance. I was thinking about leaning towards Magsayo, but that was only because of the layoff. I was like, man, this dude 33 years old. The last time I saw him, he was 31. But I was like, well, this guy, he stays in the gym all the time. Plus, he be working with his brothers and stuff like that. Lala D brought it up on the video, I think. I could have sworn it was Lala D that brought up that he probably be sparring with his brother like Gary, Antoine, Russell and stuff on a pretty consistent basis. So you'll probably be looking a lot sharper than what a lot of us are anticipating, you know what I'm saying, like you normally do. Because every time he come off a layoff, he come in there looking sharp as a knife. It's just boxing. Salute to you. Say salute Marlo and Trey X. Salute to the corner. I got Gary Russell by decision. Shit, let's lock in. Fawn Voltron on the board. Salute to my boy Little Feezy. That's champions first. Sports and entertainment, I think that's what they stand for. Salute to you.
Hey, Trick Noty, Mike James, salute. What's happening, fam?
Salute. Signs of the time. So I got Gary all day, every day. Winston Lee said Russell by unanimous decision, maybe a late stoppage. I could see a unanimous decision, but I went on and took the MD on the Chan Ross because you get bonus points if that shit hit. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason I said that. But I could see like a majority decision, but I can actually also see this shit being real close. I don't rule out a draw. You know what I'm saying? Because I do know this guy's going to come fight back. And like I said, he got the reach advantage and stuff like that. It might be some times where he be trading hooks for jabs. Like Gary Russell throw a jab and Magsayo can come over the top of the jab with a left hook. And if it's that type of situation where you exchange a jab for a hook, he might be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So I do give this guy a chance, like a puncher's chance, an athleticism chance. But when it comes to skill sets, skills pay the bills. Double jab and roll under the left hook and come back with a straight left hand straight down the pipe. That's Mr. Gary Russell. You know what I'm saying? Almond Brown said, who should she pick? You better make sure that you pick whoever Trey X is picking. That's your number one rule right there. Signs of the...
Hey, Almond Brown, appreciate you for sharing the video. Salute, sis.
Yeah, she cool as hell. Signs of the time said, I read that already. Winston Lee said Russell by unanimous decision, maybe a late stoppage. I got you. I don't really see the stoppage. You know what I'm saying? I know that he got a stoppage his fight before last. D'Lo had pointed out that he had stopped Kiko Martinez. But he done been stopped, I think, a couple of times, though. You know what I'm saying? This guy, Magsayo, he pretty strong, man, especially for this weight class. He 5'6", got a 68-inch reach. He got enough to keep Gary Russell honest, too. Like, it's going to be enough coming back at Gary Russell that he going to have to play a little defense, too. You know what I'm saying? So I think the guy can fight back enough to where he can go the distance in the fight. I think that's a major factor when it comes to going the distance. You got to be able to fight back a little bit. Eric R, salute to you. D say black, bet on black. Let me scroll down. Trick Note say salute to you. Derek Bailey, salute. We got to come with something strong on this channel. Ross, Derek Bailey. Mike James, boxing, where you been, boy? Salute to you. Say salute Marlo and Trey X.
Iceberg Nerd in the building. Salute, bro.
Eric R say Trey X, this guy is better than King Tug and JoJo. I think he is. In my opinion, number one, I feel like he's more talented. And when I say talented, I'm thinking about like speed and athleticism and reflexes and power and stuff like that. I think he's talented in them guys. I got to give respect to King Tug, though, because he was an Olympic silver medalist. But when I went back and I watched that fight that he had against Gary Russell, he didn't look very smart to me at all. He followed the man around, fought like a very basic type of fight. He's slow as hell. You know what I'm saying? He's slow compared to Gary Russell, and he's slow compared to to Magsayo. I think Magsayo a better fighter than him. I think he's more explosive. I think he's more dangerous. And when it comes to JoJo is a little bit different because JoJo is a two-time national champion in the United States. He had over 100 amateur fights. He a southpaw. He done been in there with some very tough guys, man. So I got to give a lot of respect to him, but I do still think that Magsayo is more athletic than him. I think he's more talented than him. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the straight X's and O's in boxing, JoJo, he might have an advantage over him coming from the southpaw stance with that amateur background and stuff like that. But Magsayo is definitely up there, though. I could see Magsayo beating both of them. You know what I'm saying? I really could. That's my opinion. What you think about that question, bro? How do you think Magsayo stacks up to King Tug and JoJo?
See, I think he'll probably stop both of them. JoJo get hit a lot. I think, like you said, his tools. He got more tools in the bag, and I think the power is the more significant one that he gonna have. Pretty accurate fighter. I think he's a better fighter than what's his name, Ananyan, even though he got a silver medals and all. But yeah, I definitely think this is gonna be a tough fight for Gary.
Yeah, I think this guy gonna fight back. Signs of the time say Cowboys don't do anything good on offense. They don't run the ball or throw the ball well. Yeah, man. The motherfucking Cowboys. Don't make me sink back into my sunken place, man. I'm fresh out my sunken place with them Cowboys. Because last time I did a live stream with Pecos Bill and them, I was like, man, I'm done with them Cowboys. But hey, man, I gotta support my team and shit. I'm gonna go down with the ship. They went out like some hoes. They played like sissies to me. The crowd, they out there crying, looking like some punks out there. You know what I'm saying? Embarrassed me, embarrassed everybody. But it is what it is, man. That's what it is. So I'm gonna roll with the motherfuckers. I'll be back next year talking shit, and I'll probably go down looking crazy again next year. You know what I'm saying? J1 Pro said, I ain't gonna lie, I almost picked Magsayo, but I came to my senses. I almost did, man. It's the activity, man. Like on this channel, Ross, a lot of the picks that I done got right been based on activity. So this is a situation where I get one of them times that I got to ignore it. Like I'm picking a guy that's coming off a 2-year layoff. That shit feels crazy, man. Like literally, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, literally, Gary Russell might be the only person that I feel relatively comfortable taking off a 2-year layoff. Because I done seen him come off a layoff so many times that I know he kind of used to this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think I would do that with anybody else, man. This shit feel retarded. I'm taking a man that ain't fought since February the 8th of 2020. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's what I picked though, man. We gonna roll with it. What's up to my boy J Dog, man? CSMHB J Dog say salute to the chat. Salute Marlo's Corner and Trey X. What's going down? Pecos Bill said I got the Yambiar in the first fight. Yeah, he fighting a replacement opponent though. You know what I'm saying? I think I had saw that the odds was like 66-1 in favor of Niambiar. He was like minus 6,600 on Bovada. So yeah, he definitely gonna destroy this guy. Let me scroll down. Eric Carr said he got Gary Russell Jr. by UD. And Brown say we welcome. Yeah, we appreciate you sharing the video and coming through. You know what I'm saying? Hope everybody hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. Lala D said Gary going to be in and out of there so fast. Magsayo going to cry in the car. I don't think it's going to be quite that simple. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to see though, man. I just know that this guy got a different type of speed than what Gary been fighting. Gary ain't never fought nobody this fast. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really curious to see how he gonna deal with this, how he gonna strategize and shit with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I do know the guy's a very smart fighter. He done been around the block a few times, 163-10 as an amateur. I couldn't find how many times that he won a national championship, but all of his peers got the utmost respect for him. And I think it's something to be said about that. And plus, he's a professional. I know that he don't fight but one time a year for the most part, but the man has been fighting at the same weight class his entire career. That speaks to his discipline, that he able to stay, keep his weight low, stay in the gym and shit, man. So I got respect for the motherfucker.
Hey, Bruce Gold, salute, fam. Ride as the champ. Salute, bro. What's that?
Salute. Signs of the time. So they trying to set up Gary in this trap fight. This guy is bigger, younger, athletic, and more reach. Yeah, that too. That's he younger, all of that shit. And he younger, like you said. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that youthful energy. Motherfucker want to come prove something. And like my boy King of King Boxing said last time, you know, it's usual in boxing where you have the young line come knock off the old line. And I think that Gary Russell Jr., he qualifies as being the old line. He's 33 years old, fighting the way. You know what I'm saying? So that's what normally happens. So if Gary Russell is able to turn back this young line, put them beats on him, put them combinations on him, that's going to speak a lot about Gary Russell. We need to put him back on the pound for pound list. Bruce Gold say, salute my brothers Marlo'S, Corner, and Trey X. Salute to you, OG. Pecos Bill said, not crying in the car, goddamn. Donald, the 66-year-old G Grant, what's up with him, man? You got to throw him a wrench too, bro. He say, salute to the guys of Marlo'S Corner. Salute to you, OG. Rod X a champ. I see you. Salute to you. You need to get up in that Champ Ross too, man. Rod X, I think you ducking me on that Champ Ross, bro. On the cool, man. It don't take but 5-10 minutes to make them picks. We make it easy for you. We post the picks that the fights that you pick from in the community tab. All you got to do is come through and drop your picks and go on about your day. But I think you ducking me over there, son. Iceberg Nerd. So let's leave the Cowboys out of this. Yeah, man, them Cowboys went out there and embarrassed us, man. Normally after the season, I'll be thinking, man, all we got to do is go get a safety and maybe go get us a strong interior defensive lineman, and we can come back with something, man. This time, I ain't even feel like going through all that. I was like, man, fuck them Cowboys. Playing with my emotions like that, man, because I thought we was going to do something. At least win one game. You know what I'm saying? We not one and done. But, hey, this all good, though, because my boy Gil Cole's been talking shit. But, man, them Rams about to go take care of them Bucks, man. Hey, when it comes to sports and shit, one of the first things I got to look at is the roster. And when it comes to the roster of the Rams and the roster of the Bucks, I don't think it's no comparison right now. You know what I'm saying? I think them motherfuckers are too strong on offense and defense, man. Name brand motherfuckers all over the place, and they coming to hit something. So yeah, I'm gonna get me a little bit of revenge back from Gil Coles because look, the Rams was my preseason pick. Before the season, I picked the Rams to win the Super Bowl. So I got that left in the mix, my preseason pick. J1 Pro Leventure said, Trez, my Steelers down week also. We in the same boat. Nah, we ain't in the same boat, man. Them Steelers done won 2 Super Bowls since my Cowboys last won one. And plus the fucking the 70s and shit, the motherfuckers had a dime back then, man. So nah, we ain't in the same boat, man. I think you got more to be proud of with the Steelers. Shit, y'all got a good coach, man, a organization that hold it down, you know what I'm saying, with stability and shit, Rooney Rule and all that. I would rather be a Pittsburgh Steelers fan right now. Rod Nation Champ said, I got Gary by a close UD. Mike James down there laughing and shit. Lala D said, oh, they tried to weight drain Gary too. Yeah, I was thinking it might be a little bit of gamesmanship going on. But when he did the interview, he said something to me that kind of stood out. He said that he likes to come in exactly on weight. And he said that his scale that he had, it was right. Like he was 126 exactly. So I went back to his old fights and see what kind of weights he was coming in at. And I saw 151 against Nyambiar. I saw 150.5 in like 3 fights. I can't remember everybody who it was, but I saw 155.6. I saw some other shit. So he really hasn't been coming in exactly on weight like he said he does in the interview. You know what I'm saying? But that don't take away from it might be some gamesmanship. But I did find it interesting when he said that. That shit ain't true. You don't come in at 126 exactly every time. La D said, just remember, Floyd at 37 versus Canelo, you guys. Yeah, I guess you could make that comparison. You know what I'm saying? Floyd, the old wily, cagey vet, and you had the athletic type of fighter on the way up with Canelo. So I can kind of see some similarity between him and Magsayo. I can see that. Bruce Gold said 33 is old for a featherweight. That's what I was saying earlier. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I think he qualifies as the old lion now, because 33 is pretty old for a featherweight. Pecos Bill, man, hey, don't start with them Cowboy, bro. Let me scroll down and get away from that shit.
Hey, when you said 151, that's what he come
Oh,
in.
my bad. I meant 125.1. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, okay.
Hey, that's one thing about me, y'all. When I be talking and shit, sometimes my mind gets ahead of my mouth. And I say some shit that I wasn't even intending to say, but I meant 125.1. My bad. So the weights that he was coming in, that was 125.1, 125.5. I saw that for like 3 fights. I saw 125.6, and I also saw 125.8. Those were the weights that I was seeing. Let me scroll down. Mike James said on Rams, hella balanced. Yeah, they balanced, man. I picked them before the season. So that's before they got Odell Beckham and before they got Aaron Donald and all that kind of shit. And I thought they had action then. Now they done went and shored up the offense a little bit with a third receiver or a second receiver. And they got an extra pass rusher. You know what I'm saying? And Von Miller. Plus, he got some championship experience, man. The motherfucker got a roster. Salute to my boy Set Shot, man. That's an intercontinental trivia champion. So I put money on Gary early in the week with a lot of confidence. I've been sweating the pick ever since the weigh-in. What's good, Blockfan? Said he been sweating them pigs. That's what I be doing on the channel raw, sweating them pigs.
Said shot salute, champ.
Setshaw had beat me in the Champ Ross last week too. Gil Coles got first. Setshaw got fifth, and I got sixth. Setshaw had beat me by like 3 points or something like this. So I got to come back with something on his ass too. Let me scroll down. Rod X and Townsend Trex, the first trivia champ ain't ducking no smoke. I'll be on it this week. All right, get on it. We done made it easy for you, know what I'm saying? Just post your picks, and I'll get you locked in on the Champ Ross. You ain't even got to worry about it. Eric Carr said, yeah, if my Eagles can throw up 15 points on the Bucks with a peewee offense, Rams going through them. Yeah, the Rams already beat them early in the season too, so you know they ain't going in with no fear. You know what I'm saying? Brady, he don't even have the cold weather on his side. You know, back in the day when he was in New England, he can sometimes have a good team come play him in that cold weather. Man, these Rams are going to Florida, man. It's gonna be nice and whatever it is outside. Man, they about to go down there and fuck around and stomp a mud hole in them Bucks. I would be very surprised if Tom Brady pulled this one out. And if he do, I gotta give him props, man. Lala D said, what you mean 151 with your dumb ass? I meant 125.1, man. My bad about that. Bruce Gold said he also said he has a sore shoulder, not a good look. Who was that? I think that was you, Pecos Bill. That said that fighters always talk about how they have an injury going into a fight. It's very rare that a fighter goes into a fight at 100%. So I really didn't even read into that shit too much, you know what I'm saying? But the only thing I found interesting was when he said that the odds makers started adjusting the odds. Like when I looked at Bovada, they had crossed the odds out and they was adjusting the odds. So they had me kind of scratching my head like, damn, did they take what he said that seriously to where they feel like they need to adjust these odds? Because that's what it looked like just happened. So that kind of made me start thinking about the injury a little bit more. But at the end of the day, man, you ain't going into no fight 100%. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I'm going to roll with Gary Russell. Let me scroll down. Pecos Bill said, I put the gummies down, goddamn. I ain't got the gummies, man. I got some other shit, though. I got this. You tore your entourage elite shit, man. It's some bad shit. All the cannabinoids is mixed together in it. You know what I'm saying? J1 Pro Da Vinci said, I picked Rams versus Bills before the season with the Rams to win. That's a hell of a pick. That's a hell of a pick. I can't even remember who I had coming out the AFC. I can't even remember. I know I had them Rams, though. I had them to win it all. You know what I'm saying? But I don't remember who the AFC pick was. But I think them Bills got a chance to go take care of them Chiefs. The Bills got a well-rounded team, man. You know what I'm saying? Plus, they play good on the road, too. If you look at their numbers, they like +4 as far as the average margin of victory on the road. So I think they got a chance to go down there and beat them boys. Eric Carr said, Floyd whooped the Hustlers' ambition out of Canelo. Hey, he didn't just go out there and just beat the brakes off of him, but he went down there and dissected him. He took him to school. You know what I'm saying? He took him to the lab and let him know, like, it's a level above where you at right now that you need to get to. You know what I'm saying? Lala D said, yep, YouTube panicked a little too. Oh, YouTube panicked? What you talking about? The YouTube streets? As far as the injury? Bruce Gold said, what if Gary trying to get out his PBC contract? making it easy. I'm not the best when it comes to contracts and all that kind of shit, bro. You really asking the wrong person. I ain't that savvy with that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I did think that D'Lo made a good point because D'Lo was talking about how Gary Russell is so inactive that maybe the WBC would like to move on and find a more active champion so they can give more sanctioning fees. You know what I'm saying? So they were saying he was saying if it's some close rounds, they might go to Gary. I thought that was a pretty good point. You know what I'm saying? Sesha said odds were minus 550, dropped to minus 320, minus 330. Last I checked. See, I didn't even check it. I ain't even looked again. Last time I saw it, they just had the odds scratched out. So what you just did, you basically just confirmed that they indeed did adjust those odds. You know what I'm saying? But hey, they hold on. They made the odds closer though. No, they didn't. No, they did. I'm tripping. That should be kind of backwards when you look at it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the odds dropped for Gary Russell and they raised for Magsayo. Signs of the Times said Gary Russell Jr. winning will make the black boxing community very happy. I mean, shit, I think it should though. I mean, I don't see why we should celebrate having one of our long-standing black champions knocked off his square. I don't think there's nothing for us to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it is what it is. Well, Vocal 40, salute to you. Say shalom, family. Bruce Gold said Bills always come up short. They do come up short, man. But hey, sometimes every dog has his day. Pagos Bill said, I got some Tangerine Dream and some Lemon OG on deck. What you got over there in your gas pump, bro? He must be over there doing something. Lala D said, yeah, these streets. All right, I got you. Doing the Super Dog. What's up with it? Say salute Marlo Triggs and everyone in the gym. What's going down with you? Bruce Gold said, I got some green crack and some grape ape on deck. Yeah, the terpene profile that I got is a combination of gelato and sunset sherbet. I got some OG Kush too. I got that on standby though. You know what I'm saying? But this shit is definitely some gas. That shit got me spaced out right now.
I got some happy camper and I think some glue.
Happy camper and some glue. I was gonna ask you, what you give your what chance you give your Bills against them Chiefs tomorrow?
Shit, I got them winning. I got them winning based. I got confidence in the defense after the first game and the running game. Singletary looked good, so I got them winning. I'll probably get them winning by 10 or something.
That nigga said 10 on them boys. Shit, stand
Yeah,
on that shit then.
yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Ryan X the Champ said he got some white Tahoe shit. You ain't even got to say it, Champ. I already know what you got over there. Some white Tahoe. He said he got some Grey Goose to go with it. J-Dog said he got some Gorilla Glue over there. I ain't had no glue. Matter of fact, I did have the terpene profile in a cart not that long ago, but I ain't just had the flour in a while. Pecos Bill said no chance the Bills having winning. I think the Bills got a chance, man. I think they got a well-rounded team. They got a little something on offense. Number one receiver. They can run it a little bit. They got a defense that play pretty good. They can play on the road. You know what I'm saying? I think they got a lot going for themselves. They just don't have that championship experience as the Chiefs. That's one thing about the Chiefs. They battle tested. So that's like the number one advantage that they got. And plus, they got the better quarterback. So we'll see. Yasu Hussein said, I got Runts and Choco Mint. I ain't never heard of the Choco Mint, but definitely Runts one of my favorite. Slap one of these bots. I don't get a chance. Almond Brown beat me to it. I ain't even know she was still up in here, man. Appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of nervous, man, going into this damn Matias fight. This Matias versus Ananyan fight. Just about everybody I saw pick Matias by knockout in this fight. And this is a rematch fight. They already fought like, I don't know, maybe a year ago or something like that. Matias, he was like an 80-20 amateur. And the guy that he going against was like 220-60. And in the first fight, Matias tried to come out and fight like a measured type of pace. And he was getting beat to the punch for like the first 3 rounds. And then in round 4, 5, and 6, Matias stepped on the gas and started lighting his ass up. Started hitting him with body shots. He was connecting with left hooks to the chin, and he hurt Ananyan a few times too. But Ananyan weathered the storm, and Matias started to slow down because he had threw so many punches. So then in round eight, hold on, round 4, 5, and 6 is when Matias came back. Round 7, Ananyan hurt Matias. He hit him. He got him against the ropes one time. He hit him with 4 right hands in a row. Then he threw another right hand and missed it, and he came back with the left hook, and he knocked Matias all the way across the ring into the ropes and shit. And the referee ruled that a knockdown because he was saying if the ropes wasn't there, he would have failed. So after that, it was pretty much all Ananyan. You know what I'm saying? He came down the stretch, he beat the motherfucker. The commentators was being biased as hell, talking about Andre Ward and all them motherfuckers. But the judges were looking at that shit for what it was. You know what I'm saying? He went out there and he outboxed Matias. Derek Bailey said, "Don't sleep on them Bills." I ain't sleep on them Bills, bro. I think they got action. Lala D said, "Oh, I got the Puerto Rican Matias." And everybody got Matias, man. Everybody taking this guy by knockout. But I don't want to go against the amateur background in this situation. I'm going to go ahead and take Ananyan. I'm going to take that 220 and 60 over 80 and 20. Signs of the times, and I'm riding with the Chiefs, Marlo. Shit, Marlo riding with the Bills. That's what we riding with. That's his squad too, them Bills. Sesha said, "I got some money on the Bills. Don't let KC last game fool you." Yeah, square business, man. Them motherfuckers ain't unbeatable. Gil Cole said the Bucks is winning it all, man. I don't think y'all can win it this year, bro. Y'all ain't got the same type of numbers that y'all had last year as far as the points per play margin and average margin of victory. Y'all don't have them same type of numbers, bro. And plus, y'all got some injuries, man. So I don't think y'all going back. Y'all 15 minutes of fame are up next week. Lala D said RIP Dada Chef. Absolutely. RIP Dada Chef. I think that's his last fight was against Matias. Iceberg Nerd said looking like Lucas trying to hang in there with Niambiar. Yeah, I'm surprised about that, man. Because I saw that Niambiar was like a 66-1 favorite over this guy. He was a late replacement, but that also might play a part to why this guy giving him, you know, he hanging in there with him because he was a late replacement. Eli Zachary, what's up with it, bro? That's the Kerr killer. Salute to you. Say salute, Tregs. Homie, what's up with it? Kamal Oz, what's up, bro? So Rams are soft as Charmin. I mean, I expected to have like whenever you have like a big acquisition on a team, sometimes it takes some time for them to gel. Like I remember last year when the Bucks won it all, but if you looked at the Bucks in the regular season, you wouldn't necessarily thought that. I think they finished 10-6, and they ended up winning it all because they got hot at the right time. I think the Rams took a little time to gel, and I think they done came together at the right time. I think they're gonna be all right. You can go out there and beat the motherfuckers. You make sure that you come back and eat your crow, man, because you know how you do. You'll come in here making all them proclamations, and when it's time to eat your crow, you ain't nowhere to be found. I got to put out a missing person report out on your head. Well, Vocal Ford said, you don't get this far in the playoffs being soft. Now, I don't think so either. You got to be able to play some football. It seems like what I see is that you got to have the talent, a little bit of physicality, and you got to be smart, man. Like you can't be like the Cowboys and go to the playoffs and give up 14 penalties. You know what I'm saying? You got to be smart, man. All right, I done called up in the chat and shit. So y'all let me know, man, because I was really just I had my mind on this main event with Gary Russell Jr. and this Magsayo. But if y'all want to though, man, we can call the Matias fight also. I might be a little bit biased though, because I'm going for Ananyan. I need them points on the Chan Ross. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. By the time I look back, man, this guy, he trying to score some shots on old Neon, but he just stepped in with a jab in the right hand, and he came back with another one. He ain't landing everything, but you know, he making his presence felt in the fight. What's up to my boy Cypher Supreme TV, man? Who you got? Who you got, man? Say salute, fam. It's going down. It absolutely is, man. Who you got?
Cypher Supreme, salute, bro. Come on live, salute, fam. What's happening?
Kamal I said my 49ers own the soft ass Rams. They're old and their offensive line doesn't match up well with the Bucks or Packers front seven either. Well, the 49ers and the Rams, they're in the same division, man. So the 49ers know them people well. They play twice a year, every year. And you talking about the Rams, they don't match up with the Bucks. The Rams already beat the Bucks. And the Rams then got better since they beat the Bucks. They got Odell Beckham Jr. now, and they got Von Miller. And Von Miller look like he coming in the form and shit right now too. So I don't agree with what you said, man. That's your opinion though. We gonna see. Gil Cole, Rod X and Champ said Neambia versus Lucas is a good little scrap. Yeah, every time I look back, man, it look like they got a little something going on. Lucas trying to fight back. Cyber Supreme said he got Neambia. No, I'm talking about the main event, bro. I'm talking about Gary Russell Jr. versus Magsayo. That's what I'm talking about. Kamal I said Odell Beckham Jr. is a head case. But shit, it look like he happy right now though, man. It look like he in a good situation. He ain't even the number one receiver on the team. Cooper Kupp is getting all the attention, the double teams and all that kind of shit. Odell Beckham Jr. is getting one-on-one against the second cornerback or maybe even a fucking nickelback every now and then. I think Odell Beckham Jr. is gonna be all right. For real. Well, Volker 40 said 49ers down 7-0. Yeah, I had saw when the Packers had scored that first touchdown. See, that's one thing about sports, like about football. Because you know in football, they come out with that 15-play script to start the game. So you'll see a team, they'll march up the field on that first drive because they got that script. To me, the game of football starts when they get off that script. When them fucking coordinators start freestyling and calling them plays, that's when the game starts. And ever since they done got off the script and they on that freestyle, it's been 0-0. And they letting these 49ers hang around. Hey, who knows what'll happen if you let a team hang around too long? You know what I'm saying? Cypher say he got Magsayo. What? That's the first person to come in here and pick Magsayo, man. I'm very surprised that you picked Magsayo. Iceberg Nerd said Rams are loaded, but they're weak at safety. They are weak at safety. I think they got like a motherfucker that was retired playing safety. Arizona didn't have D-Hop and Tampa won't have Brown, so it's looking like it's looking like the looking up getting matchups that can't expose their weakness. Okay, I got you. That's one thing about it too, man. See, like when we look at sports, whether it's boxing, basketball, or football, we look at the weakness of the team or we look at the weakness of the fighter. You also have to have an opponent that can take advantage of the weakness. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think that's a good point that you made. Kamal I said, what's up to everybody? King of Kings said, Gary Russell Jr. What's up with it, by the way? Salute to you. He said, Gary Russell Jr., 10, 11 round stops. You think he going to go out there and stop this boy, man? I can't see that shit. I'll be very surprised and I'll be very impressed if you go out there and get the stoppage. Gil Cole said 2 words. Tom Brady. Goddamn. Hey, Tom Brady, one of the only quarterbacks that I like. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got nothing bad to say about Tom, man. Tom's still out there kicking ass. But it's a team sport, though, bro. He got away from New England because he felt like his roster wasn't strong enough. And I feel like with the injuries and stuff this year, I feel like he ain't got the strongest roster. I think the roster is stronger with the Rams. But we'll see. But I ain't going to lie, man. When it comes to quarterbacks, for the most part, I'm a straight-up hater. I'm a hater, man. Like when it comes to Patrick Mahomes and all that shit, man, I'm a hater. I like defense, man. Set Shot said, I saw the odds for Neambia, picked around to move on to the next fight. Should have gave Lucas his respect because he about to knock out this fool. Oh, you talking about betting. I thought you were thinking about the Chan Ross. I got you. Kamal Oz. I don't know nothing about his opponent either, man. Once I saw that it was a replacement opponent and it wasn't going to be on the Chan Ross, I just moved on because you're going to get the 10 points anyway. So I didn't look at the amateur background or none of that. Kamal Oz said, I got Todd Bowles out scheming Boy Wonder and Matt Stafford. Andrew Whitworth is 50 years old at left tackle. Yeah, they do got that old motherfucker out there. I saw that shit. He out there with his feet crossing over and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? I never said that they was a perfect team, but I do think they got the overall stronger roster. But yeah, you made some good points though with Todd Bowles, man. He's one of my favorite defensive coordinators. Salute to the number one grinder. That's what the fuck? Underrated darkness, man. What's up with it? He said good evening to us. Salute to you. It's the OG. But yeah, man. Damn, it looked like I just saw a replay. I ain't see what was going on. It looked like Niambia was standing in the corner or something, man. Somebody in the chat just said the motherfucker might get stopped out there. Yeah, that wouldn't be a good look, man, to go out there and get stopped. The guy is coming in fighting pretty aggressive on the MBR. The MBR trying to counter him and shit to the body, stepping in with stiff jabs. See, that's one thing about the MBR though. See, like he got a lot of his weight on the front foot. You know what I'm saying? And when you got that weight on the front foot like that, it's kind of hard to get away from jabs and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's one mistake that I see that he's making. I had subscribed to a channel on YouTube. It was this guy that was breaking down fights. I thought he did a pretty good job. He was talking about Gary Russell Jr. He liked to keep his weight on the front foot. And that shit took me back to the gym when he said that shit. And I had mentioned that I used to see the same thing with Danny Jacobs back in the day until he got the shit fixed, man. That's a major mistake that I see fighters make these days. Kamal Oz said Vita Vea and Indomitian Sue are going to feast tomorrow. We're going to see, man. We definitely going to see. Rod X and Chance said they just robbed Lucas of a knockdown. Okay, so that's why I saw Neon be all in the corner. And they was talking to him. Sesha said, ref said slip. That shit was a clear knockdown. Damn, man. I wonder about this guy, man. Kind of got me curious about him. Like, I want to go check out his amateur background and shit and see who this guy is. Because I definitely didn't think no late replacement was going to come in and give an Olympic silver medalist a tough fight like this. But at the same time, the MBR, he really didn't look that good in his last fight, even though he was a late replacement himself going up against Christopher Colbert. Gil Cole said, yeah, he knocked that motherfucker down out there, man. So what kind of scores y'all got in the fight, man? Because y'all know I just been running my mouth in the chat and shit. We ain't been scoring. Who y'all got up in this fight? The MBR breathing with his mouth open and shit. His opponent is too, though. Got his mouth wide open. He out there working, though, man.
I got Niambia up, but I think Lucas did knock his ass down with like an up jab, and the referee called it a slip.
Yeah. KF Harris, what's up with it? If I ain't said it to you already. He said he got Lucas up in the fight. It might be like a split decision or something. Gil Cole said he got Tone Stock Niambia up in the fight, so he agreed with Marlo. Derek Bailey said, did they call that a knockdown? Nah, the referee ruled it should have slipped. I ain't see it, but everybody talking about it. J1 Pro said, I picked Niambia to lose originally anyway. Oh, yeah, man, he going up against that Vic Pasillas originally. I can't remember what the fuck his amateur record was for some reason, but he had about 300 fights. I know he pretty tough. I know he lost recently to Rais Alim, but I think the dude is pretty tough. I thought he was going to go out there and beat Niambia too. Square business. Kamal Oz and Antoine Winfield II will be the MVP of the game tomorrow. He one of the best young DBs in the game. Still, when he was drafted in the second or third round by Tampa Bay. All right, man, we're going to see. Ain't nothing that you going to tell me that's going to make me think that them folks got a roster that's fucking with the Rams. And like I said, the Rams already beat these people, man. And the Rams done got better since then. So, yeah, you can go ahead and convince yourself. I'm going to ride with the Rams. Sesha said, Lucas looks to be winning to me. I'm cooking and typing, though. Yeah, it seems like I see it on both sides, man, like a split decision type of situation. It might come down to this round. Who you had winning that last round, bro?
Niambia.
Well, it looked like Niambia solidifying his position then. Lala D said, I picked Niambia to win because he took prime time all 12 rounds, and prime time is really good. Yeah, he took him 12 rounds, and plus he was a late replacement. I thought prime time was going to go out there and knock his ass out. And since he didn't, everybody got on his ass too because even prime time was saying, hey, man, I shouldn't have no trouble with a late replacement. And since he didn't go out there and look as good as he was anticipating and everybody else was anticipating, you know, that people got on his ass about that a little bit. Iceberg Nerd said Niambia up, but it's not out of reach. Said Niambia is up, but it's not out of reach. Damn, 3-2 combination from Niambia straight up the middle on his ass. That shit was pretty, and he got back on the jab. Yeah, he just countered the jab too. Derek Bailey said, "Is Ennis the mandatory for the IBF now, bro? You know that you asking the wrong person when it comes to that kind of stuff. Do you know, bro? Is Ennis the IBF mandatory now?
I don't know if he's a mandatory, but I know he ranked top 5 somewhere. I don't know if he's a mandatory just yet.
Okay. Lala D said yes, the motherfucker is the mandatory. Okay, Derek Bailey said the young are about to get the UD. It ain't gonna help us on the Chan Ross though, man. Eli Zachary said, dude swollen, swallowing a lot of blood out there. You must be talking about Lucas, man, because when I looked at him, he had his mouth open and it did look like he had blood in his mouth. Lala D, okay, talking to Eli Zachary and Derek Bailey. Kamal I said, I was surprised Tennessee losing today. It's probably time for it's probably time for them to let Ryan Tannehill go or something like that. Yeah, I was really I had picked the Bengals to win that game because they got a pretty balanced team, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I know that Henry was coming back and I didn't expect him to just get off and run for no 200 yards or nothing like that. I was thinking that Tannehill was probably gonna have to win this game, and I didn't trust him to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I had picked Cincinnati to win the game. And I expected it to be like a low scoring type of game too. But it did take a big play at the end of the game for Cincinnati to win that, get that interception late. Gil Cole said Keith Thurman, the IBF mandatory. So it's Keith Thurman that's the mandatory and not Ennis. Or is he saying that Keith Thurman is fighting for the mandatory and he feel like he gonna win?
Man, that's coming from a Keith Thurman fan, a biased Keith Thurman fan. Let's keep that in mind.
Yeah, Lala D said, well, final elimination then. Sorry about that. Mike James said, what up? What's up with it? Who you got? Goddamn, who you got tonight? Derek Bailey said, will Bud and Keith be fighting in July? Will Bud and Keith be fighting in July? Shit, I have no idea. I would be kind of surprised if Crawford took a fight like that when he got a potential Earl Spence fight on deck. I don't really like to be looking ahead like that because I feel kind of dumb when I be talking about this shit. But what was on my mind is like because you know a lot of people they say that Sugar Ray Robinson ducked Charlie Burley, and I had read a Charlie Burley book, and Charlie Burley said out his own mouth, he was like, man, hey, if I was in Sugar Ray Robinson position where I can get a shot at the big fights, I wouldn't want to fight either. You know what I'm saying? So I could kind of see Bud Crawford maybe standing pat. Maybe just get a stay busy fight or something like that. See what's gonna go on with this Earl Spence and Uga shit, and then go for the big fight. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. What you think about that shit, bro? You feel like Crawford and Thurman gonna fight this year? Maybe in July.
Hell no. Thurman don't want no parts of Bud. Thurman gonna try to sneak his way in and fight Spence. And he'd rather get his ass whooped by Spence. But I don't think he want to fight Bud, man. I saw a video where they asked him about Bud, and he said he sounded like Red. You want something too old, man? Nope.
Yeah.
I was like, this shit crazy. He's still the same old Thurman.
So I'm looking at the Crawford point of view, and you looking at the Thurman point of view. Say you don't want no smoke. Lala D said if he get past this spring fight, got you. Eli Zachary said the Yambiar gagged and spilled a lot of blood in the corner. So he wasn't talking about Lucas. He was talking about the Yambiar. I got you. Derek Bailey said Bengals sneaking their asses in there. Yeah, they snuck up in there, did they, man? Yeah, man, them boy got some chemistry going and stuff, man. Joe Barrow, the receiver, going to LSU and all that kind of shit, man. And plus at the same time, though, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I love the Cowboys. That's the team I grew up on.
Hey, not to cut you off, I was gonna say there go right there, the knockdown that he called a slip.
Yeah. I grew up a Cowboys fan, man, but I was also a big Bengals fan, you know what I'm saying? Especially on that Madden 06 when they had Carson Palmer, Chad Johnson, TJ Husmanzada, Chris Henry, Chris Perry, Rudy Johnson. That was my squad, man, you know what I'm saying? So I'm happy to see the motherfuckers go out there and play some good football. Gil Cole said, nah, I'm bullshitting. We know what your bias ass. Mike James, how the hell is keep the man though for anything? That motherfucker that's talking, man. Derek Bailey said, how you been off 2.5 years? How you been off 2.5 years? I got you. Talking about Keith Thurman. Lala D laughing, talking about Suleiman tried to clown Thurman and said, "You're not the mandatory. You can go ahead and fight Bud, huh?" Mike James said he got Russell. Okay. We all locked in for the most part, except for my boy Cypher Supreme TV. He taking Magsayo tonight. Derek Bailey said Bud said he wanted Keith, though. Yeah, he done said that shit a few times. He said he felt like Keith Thurman was a bigger fight than the Porter fight. Seshaw said, Tannehill and his offensive coordinator fucked up the Titans. How you lose a game when your defense has 9 sacks? Come on. Yeah, I expected that to be like a defensive type of game. Them the type of teams I lose, man. I'm kind of rooting for them Bengals to do well because I like them back in the day, like I said. And plus, I like a team that can go out there and play a little defense. J-Dawg said Bud should fight Riverside Rocky just to get into the PBC door. Bud should fight Riverside Rocky just to get, come on, man. He should already be in the PBC door if he already beat Porter. You know what I'm saying? He beat Porter, but he got to go beat Riverside Rocky to get in the door. Like, come on, man. It sounds like they done already let the fox in the hen house when they let the motherfucker fight Porter, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking at it from Crawford perspective, Eli Zachary said Lucas looked stronger at the end, so he fought strong coming down the stretch. Ali Dago said, I think King Tug just won. Okay. Kamal Allah said Crawford may price himself out of the Earl Spence Jr. undisputed fight. It's a possibility.
Hey, D Style, appreciate that. D Style Boxing, appreciate that super chat.
Salute, appreciate it. I ain't even see it. Ali Dago said Packers winning the Super Bowl, goddamn me. I don't think so, man. But hey, this might be their year though, man. It seems like the motherfuckers been on a magic carpet ride all season. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. I think they'll have trouble getting past them Rams. Them Rams beat them Bucks. We'll see. J-Dawg said, LSU looking good in the playoffs. LSU looking good in the playoffs. What you talking about, man? I done got lost. What you talking about, bro? Eli Zachary said that was definitely a knockdown. Kamal Allah and Mr. Gary Russell Jr. would dominate tonight. You think he's going to just straight dominate? Hey, man, I would be very impressed if he go out there and just dominate this guy tonight. Because I think that the guy that he fighting is a pretty good fighter, man. I think the guy tough. You know what I'm saying? So let's give the motherfuckers props if he do.
And this fight was a fucking draw. Oh, man. D-Lo, did you pick a draw in this Neon BR fight? This something D-Lo would have picked, too.
Hey, but look what y'all was saying, though. When I was asking y'all who you had winning, half of y'all was saying Neon BR and the other half was saying Lucas. That's why I was like, man, it might be like a split decision or something like that. So I ain't even surprised at the shit a draw. But that's the way y'all was talking.
Yeah, I ain't surprised neither, though. Because Lucas down the stretch did turn it around. Fought hard as hell.
Yeah. Gil Cole said, I got Russell Jr., goddamn. Let's go ahead and lock in, bro. We got to agree on something sometime now. Eli Zachary said, now, man, hell nah. Bud needs to fight Spence. Yeah, that's the fight I want. Derek Bailey said, I got Gary Russell Jr. by unanimous decision. Okay, J-Dawg said, no, I'm talking about just a tune-up until the Spence undisputed fight. Okay, I got you a stay busy fight. I got you. But when you said like he needs to fight to get in the PBC, though, that's when you threw me off. But yeah, I ain't mad at a good stay busy fight. Iceberg Nerd, yeah, that shit was a draw. I say Dago. Joel Tanquist son or something like that. Welcome to the gym. This your first time. He said Magsayo winner this fight. Oh shit, they done came out. Their number shot up to 1-on-1. They done came out. Eli Zachary said, oh, okay, got you. Okay, talking to J-Dawg. J1 Pro said they need to run that shit back. Yeah, it looked like it was a pretty good fight, man. J-Dawg said LSU, aka the Bengals. Okay, I got you. LSU number 2, them Bengals. Yeah, I got you. El Fenici in the building. I thought I smelled a goat. What's up, bro? Salute to you. Say salute to the corner of the block fam. Marlo, what you smoking on? X, what's good? I think he said you got some happy day or something. What you said you got in your ass pump, bro? I don't forgot what you said. Lala D said if D-Lo picked a draw, I'm low-key jealous. No, he can't pick a draw on this because this was a replacement opponent, so we all get 10 points.
I got some happy camper. Hey, but look, it took me so long because I was listening to they putting the referee on blast. They showing him the video and everything, and he don't make no sense. He said his body language looked like it was a slip, but he clearly didn't slip. He went down from the impact of that. The dude was like leaned over and threw like an up jab and caught him dead in the chin, and he went down. And he said it looked like he tripped. His body language said he tripped. What the fuck?
Now, my eyes was wide, man. If Nyambi all lost that fight, them casinos gonna have to pay out a hefty sum. That looked like a casino decision. Excuse me. What the hell I made in the chat? Rod S. the champ said that uncounted knockdown cost Lucas a victory. Yep. KF Harris said Lucas dropped the motherfucker. Kamal Lai said my Georgia Bulldogs won the national championship and we have 5 first-round draft picks in 2022. That ain't nothing new. The motherfucker Georgia Bulldogs keep some first-round draft picks out there. Goddamn, I like them Bulldogs. They had won a big bet for me, man, when they played Baker Mayfield in Oklahoma a few years back. That was a big win for them. I think it was like 38-35, man. I've been liking Georgia ever since. Appreciate that super chat from my boy Cyber Supreme TV. 100%, 1000%, bro. Square business. Hell, keep the lights on in the gym, man. We appreciate you.
Most definitely, bro. Stay coming through. Appreciate your support. 100.
Square business. Mike James said, I never seen Jim Gray or nobody for that matter ask the ref if they called a slip or knockdown. I ain't never seen that either. But when I look back and I got the volume turned down and I'm looking at the referee, he looked like he was nervous as a motherfucker talking about that shit. He kept on fucking with his towel and looked like he was sweating and all kind of shit. So he definitely wasn't comfortable talking about it. Eli Zachary, yeah, they called the ref out. KF Harris said this judge is a bum. The judge or the referee? I guess he's talking about the referee. But yeah, y'all know how the game go with this boxing and shit, man. When it's like the house fighter going up against somebody like that, man, it's gonna be tough for them to get the decision. They got to go out there and pretty much beat the brakes off of them. Eli Zachary said, man, they roasted the ref. He on the hot seat. Yeah, he belongs on the hot seat. They need to start doing that with all these referees, man. Hold these people accountable. And I'm talking about across sports, not just boxing, football and all that shit too, man. Hold these folks accountable. J1 Pro said the ref look like he slipped in the face. Yeah. Rod S. the champ. So I think the refs miss a lot of knockdowns. They do. They do. All different kinds too, man. Like your standard knockdown. Sometimes I see guys get knocked into the ropes and the ropes clearly held them up and they don't count that shit as a knockdown. Like, that subjective type of stuff kind of turns some people off where you just don't have that clear thinking, that clear reasoning out there that everybody understands. Like one fight you might see something called, the next fight you don't even see the shit called. So we need that consistency. Derek Bailey said D-Lo picked King Tug by knockout. It don't really matter though, bro, because this was a late replacement fight, so everybody is gonna get 10 points no matter what you picked in this fight. Cyber Supreme said close fight. I still think Lucas lost. Kamal I said, hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Errol Spence Jr. versus Terrence Crawford won't happen unless Crawford is realistic about his financial demands. He's not on an equal level with Errol Spence Jr. Well, I ain't no goddamn accounting or none of that shit, man. Like as far as the purses and all that kind of shit, man. I just want to fight, and that's the energy I'm gonna put out there in the atmosphere. Hopefully, we see Errol Spence Jr. versus Terrence Crawford. It's one of the biggest fights that can be made in the sport. That should be good for boxing. That should be good for the channel. We be having fun calling the fight. That's on my wish list, man. So I ain't gonna get pessimistic about it. I'm gonna go and keep my fingers crossed. Rose Jane Atienza said, how can they watch? You got to go to Showtime, man. We can't show no footage on this channel. You know what I'm saying? We do blow-by-blow commentary. That's the only thing we do. The showing footage is against the YouTube guidelines, and they should get you a copyright strike. So you're going to have to go watch it on Showtime or go find you a link or something. Gil Cole said, I still got 10 points on this one. Yeah, you got 10 points on it. We all got 10 points. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't lose no ground. Don't worry about it. Ali Dago said it would be hilarious to hear Crip Mac call Brian Custer a Custer. Yeah, that motherfucker be having me laughing too, man. Crip Mac a goddamn fool. You ever be watching that motherfucker, Marlo? That Crip Mac dude?
On 5 grand.
Yeah. On hood. You was killing me with that shit. Lala D appreciate the super chat. Says Cypher and I are 10 toed down for the corner. I support a $55 as a show of appreciation. Salute to the corner, man. We definitely appreciate both of y'all.
Hey, that's a real statement. Appreciate you, sis. You stay holding it down.
Square business. Mike James said everybody on the internet ain't accounting. Bud should take this. He don't deserve that. Yeah, that ain't what I get into, bro. I don't even talk about the belts and shit too much, man. Like on our channel, we focus on what's going on in the ring. You know what I'm saying? We focus on serving crow and eating crow. We just like to talk shit and have fun with it, man. I'm not that motherfucker that's into the purse splits and all that shit. Signs of the Times said I find Crib Mac very entertaining. I think the motherfucker funny, man. I think you got a good heart too. You know what I'm saying? You know, you be helping people and shit, passing out money, passing out food, all kind of shit. I think he a player. Eli Zachary laughing, yeah, 55th Street. Y'all
Hey, Jay,
service.
he said, I give back fire to the community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Give back fire to the community, cuz.
On neighborhood crib. Yeah, foul player. What's up with it, bro? Said my man Trey X and Marlo is all the showtime we need, man. We definitely appreciate you, fam. Square business. We about to call the frog out of wheel tonight. Who you got? Who you got, man? We pretty much all locked in on Gary Russell, except for my boy Cypher Supreme TV. He said he gonna dare to be different tonight, be a contrarian. You know what I'm saying? Cypher Supreme TV, yeah, you fired me. Yeah. Motherfucker be handling seriousness, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that motherfucker be killing me, man. Hey, give me a second. I'll be right back, bro. Run to the kitchen real quick.
I five you.
Yeah.
uh, they showing Gary Russell right now, man. Yeah, I think them skills should pay the bills, man. Oh boy, gonna be missing a lot. He better miss a lot, or Gary gonna be in trouble. Michael James 616 said everybody on the internet and accountant. Bud should take this. He don't deserve that for real. I can't tell. We can't tell no man what they deserve, even if they ain't realistic. That just show we might not get the fight, or it might be a while. Signs of the Times said I find. Oh, he already read that one. Eli laughed at this shit. High five, cuz. They should make that nigga a cartoon character for real. Broke nigga special, Cypher. You find me? Popeye's chicken. Broke nigga special. They gonna say, I'm just gonna keep it 55th Street. Yeah, he extra all the way out. Hey, but he be doing good things though, man. That's what I like about his extras. He handing out pieces and shit. Talking about this for you, you fired me. MZ Talk Boxing, that's Musically Zone Talks Boxing. Appreciate you, fam. How many fights on this card? 3, Iceberg Nerd. We got the Matias versus Ananyan, and then we got the main event. Matter of fact, I'm about to put that little poll up. They showing them right now, showing the highlight. Oh, they already in the ring? No, this time it's gotta be hot. see a lot of talking. I'm excited to get out y'all business. I'm over here stuck looking at these highlights, y'all. Armin Brown said, I had no idea what's going on, but I'm here for it. Oh, Trey X about to call a frog out of whale in a minute. We don't usually call all the calls. We just chop it up. Chop it up with the fam. L5 player, salute. It's good, man. Usually chop it up with the fam in the comments for a minute until the main event or interesting fight y'all want to hear. But he about to call. I think he said he's going to call this one. They just showing highlights right now. It's on Showtime if anybody want to watch with us. Put this poker. Oh shit, I'm flip top. Both fighters in the ring. Putting this pose up, y'all. All right, there you go. Iceberg Nerd said, I ain't trying to be up all night watching this. Yeah, it's only 3 fights. It ain't like the Zone card. Zone be having 10 motherfucking fights. Mostly Uber Eats. Uber Eats Fridays, man. Trying to get some extra dough. Jimmy Lennon announcing as we speak. Judges. Mary Glover. Look at Danny Glover niece, y'all. Danny Glover niece is the referee. And he say I got Matias second in the second round. I got Matias too. I don't think it's gonna be that early though. If it's gonna be the stop, it's gonna be mid to late. In my opinion. Yeah, like I had to go with Gil Cove. He say 9. Derek Bailey said I picked Matias last time, and I'm going with it. I'm going with it. Oh, you is? You going with Ananyan? Ananyan? But by majority split or something? I know you picked one of those so you can get your point. I think Matias probably get the stoppage, man. He was able to find some good shots on him last fight. Brown said, blessings to Trex and MARLO'S, Maz, and chat. Gotta get ready for bed. I got church in the morning. Thanks for having me. Anytime, sis. Good night. Enjoy church. Put a prayer in for. Real talk. Sorry for laughing. I said Danny Glover's niece. Her name was some Glover too. Oh, you saying he gonna win the second fight? All right, I got you. Oh, about decision? Okay. Matias came in working with the jab. I seen Matias try to go to the body with the left hook, but the man he working that jab. Oh, he tried to throw the hook over the jab and missed. Matias working that body though. He came in with the jab. Matias with the jab. They both exchanging jab. Matias, nice stiff jab to bop his head back. I see he took that dye up out of his hair, y'all. He took that dye gone. Hold on, let me go on what's name. Ananyan more busy with the jab, but Matias is more accurate. He landing that motherfucker too. And he working that body. That was a nice uppercut. Ananyan throwing like 2, 3, 4 jab. But when Matias landing that one, you could tell how strong it is. You see it land clearly. That shot said Matias KO in 11. Oh, you got him in 11? J-Dog said, Sis ain't about to play with these boys. Cyber Supreme said, he ain't Dennis Rodman. He said, he ain't Dennis Rodman, little brother no more. Who's that? Oh yeah, with that damn dye in his hair, huh? He must have been reading them troll comments on the internet. Ooh, Ananyan landed something hard. Right hand, it looked like ugly looping type of shot. Teach need to move. He's standing right there in front of him. That was a good combination right there, though. Eli said, "Man, anyone got chest and back acne, like like he on that shit. Who you talking about? Oh, annoying. I can't. I ain't even see it. He probably is though.
It looked like it's going about how the first fight went. I got a Ananyan. El Fenici talking about he got the underdog. Damn, that shit don't feel good. I'm riding with El Fenici.
Elf, salute, bro. What's happening?
Yeah, I went on ahead and took a Ananyan. That's what he like to do. He like to come out and just touch you with a few shots early on and start looking for openings and shit. He don't really just get out to like a super fast start, but he take a few rounds to go ahead and figure him out. We're gonna see. Eli Zachary said he got Matias by knockout. Hey, I need you to get in that Champ Ross too, Eli Zachary. I don't need none of y'all ducking this smoke. Cypher Supreme said Matias need to keep some space. I need you in that Champ Ross, Cypher Supreme.
Hey, he do. Hey, he do. Cipher. He look like he got the stronger, more accurate jab. He needs to keep that space, man. Stop letting this dude get inside with these ugly looping kind of catchy ass shots, man. He can't see him coming or he can't read him right.
See, but the guy like to mix it up and stuff, man. He like to touch you with some light shots and then he'll mix in some harder shots, especially coming down the stretch. Let me go ahead and
Hey, Benito, the fuck out my gym.
you heard him. Go ahead and hide that real quick before you fill this shit up. Hey, if y'all want me to call the fight, man, type a one in the chat and I'll jump on it. Let me know what y'all want to do. We can just chop it up. It's up to y'all. I'm on you right now. I'm gonna be biased, goddamn, because I'm going for a name. Eli Zachary said he backing Matias up. Well, that's what he was doing in the first fight too. He is doing some pretty good work with the jab and shit. Okay, I got 2-1s. I'm gonna go ahead and jump out there. Okay. Stiff jab for Matias. Jab to the body for Matias. Came back with the right hand jab, right hand, left uppercut for Matias. Double jab for Ananyan. Matias stepped in with the jab, then they got turned it up. Ananyan touched with the left hook as he exited the clinch. He stepped in with a double jab. Took a double jab for Matias, though. Matias came back with the jab. Came back with the jab again. Got his hands good. They both hit each other with the jab at the same time. It's a straight up jab war right now. They both right hand to the body from Ananyan. Came back with the left hook. Just touched with it. Matias came back with a series of jabs. They both hit each other with the jab at the same time. Jab to the body for Matias. Right hand, left hook to the body for Matias. Then he tried to push it back. He was jab for Ananyan, jab for Matias, jab for Ananyan, came back with the jab again. It's just a straight up jab war right now, man. I don't even know how to call this shit. Loop a right hand around the guard for Ananyan. Left hand to the body for Matias. He was kind of squared up and he came back with the jab. Right uppercut for Matias. From Ananyan, the right hand for Matias. Right? They both hit each other with the jab at the same time. Let me find my rhythm. Jab to the body for Matias. Right? Ananyan tried to come back with something. And Matias with a short left hook on the inside. Ananyan with a double jab with the right hand. Left hook right hand for Matias. And he came back with the left hook again. He gonna still jab from Ananyan. Still jab from Matias. Short right hand from Ananyan. Matias came back with a jab. Jab from Ananyan, jab from Matias. Left hook right hand from Matias. Ananyan a little bit of headbutt right there in front of Matias. Cocked that left hook and he brought it back, but he missed it and came back with another, but he missed that. Right hand left hook from Matias. Lead that hook type pump from Ananyan. Loop a right hand around the guard for Ananyan. Then he pushing back with the lead hand. Right? A little bit of head movement. Right? Series of jabs and shit from Matias. Ananyan tried to come back with the left hook. He cocked it and brought it back on his ass. Right hand to the body from Ananyan. Head movement shit from Ananyan. Jab from Matias. Right hand to the body from Ananyan. Right hand left hook from Matias and Ananyan pushing back. Matias working the jab. Came back to that hook. Short left hook from Matias. Went to the body with the right hand. Here come Ananyan. Cocked that left hook. He brought it back. Matias going to the body with low blows and shit because the referee was on the other side. And he back upstairs with the 6-3 type combination. 6-3 combination again from Matias. But he took a right hand from Ananyan. And Ananyan came back with the jab. Right hand left hook to the body from Matias. Then right hand from Ananyan tried to come back with something. Matias came back with a 3-punch combination. Short left hook from Ananyan. Head moving. Right hand to the body from Matias. Jab from Ananyan. He pushed Matias back to the ropes. Went to the body with the hook and he brought it back to the head. Short left uppercut from Matias. Right hand left hook from Matias. And he came back with a jab. He kind of squared up right now. Short right hand from Ananyan over the top. And he came back with some touching type shots. Right? Jab from Matias. Overhand right type up from Ananyan. Tried to come back with something. Matias whipping shots to the body. Short right hand from Ananyan back him up. Not the short right hand from Ananyan. He came back to that hook and he pushed Matias back to the ropes. Matias got it back against the ropes. Right here to the body from Ananyan. Matias trying to fight back though. Ananyan is all over this motherfucker like white on rice. Right hand to the body from Matias. Ananyan coming back with the left hook, he changed the angle, went to the body with the right hand. Really not a lot of power on the shots though. And you're looking for the right hand. Kind of right hand from Matias. Right hand to the body from Matias, and this end of that round. That's a tough one. What you think, bro?
I like Matias that round. I think he was more accurate. Landed more power shots throughout the round. But the first round, I think Ananyan stole it. I got it 1-1.
Okay. Appreciate the message frauds in the chat. Eli Zachary said, they jabbing their ass off like an old nigga with a pocket knife. Almond Brown said, oh, she's still in here, man. Yeah, this is what we do. Appreciate you supporting us. Rod as a chairman, appreciate that, man. Appreciate y'all. Eli Zachary, Cyber Supreme, Lala D. Eli Zachary said the Ananyan changed speed on this punch is good. Oh, yeah, that's what I be talking about, bro. That's why I be saying. Like Caleb Plant, he throw everything fast. I like a fighter that can throw some slow, throw some medium, throw some fast. You know what I'm saying? Throw some soft, throw some hard. So, yeah, that is something that I like about him. And I noticed that in the first fight that they had. And I see all that acne that you was talking about too. Goddamn, juice up on their ass then, Ananyan. We need them points on the Chan Ross. Double jab from Ananyan with his head off the line, but Matias is lighting his ass up with jabs. He gonna jab from Ananyan. Took a step jab from Matias. Jab to the body from Matias. Thought about going to the body with the right hand, but he back a step with the jab. Came back with the jab again, just Matias. Jab to the body from Matias. Ananyan changed the angle, tried to come back with the jab. Right hand from Matias, and he came back with the jab, but he pushing back with the shoulder. Here come a jab from Matias. From Ananyan, right there in front of Matias. Matias stepped in with the jab. He got his hands so good. Ananyan stepped in with the jab, tried to turn the angle on Matias. Matias got the hands going, stepped in with a stiff jab to Matias. Took a jab from Ananyan. Another jab from Ananyan. Then Ananyan tried to walk off from Matias. Stiff jab from Matias and snapped his head back. Ananyan tried to come back with something. He slipped the jab, but he took a jab from Matias. A short right hand from Matias. A short right hand from Matias in the midst of the clinch. Here comes a jab from Ananyan. Stiff jab from Matias. He right there in front of Ananyan. Short right uppercut from Matias to the body. Came back to the left uppercut. Right hand left foot to the body from Matias on his ass. Left foot to the body from Ananyan. He brought back the left uppercut and he came back to the right hand. Really no power on these shots, so he just touched with it. Shot for right hand from Ananyan. Ananyan. Chop a right hand from Ananyan. He came back with the right hand again. Here go left foot from Matias. Left foot to the bite from Matias. Left hand, right hand from Ananyan. Matias coming back with something, cocking that left hook and bringing it back. Touching with the jab and shit. Here go Ananyan. He over there rehearsing shots. Matias putting some short shots, putting short combinations on Ananyan. Ananyan was to the body, brought it back to the head, came back to the head with the left hook, and came back to the right hand. But Matias is ripping shots to the body. Back instead of left hook, ripping shots to the body again on Ananyan. Ananyan came back to the right hand, head moving the shit in front of Matias. 6-3 combination from Matias. Ananyan pushing back with the forearm. Right hand to the body from Matias, and he brought back the left hook to the head. Then they touched. Right hand over the top from Ananyan on his ass. Right hand from Matias as he backing up. Then he right hand from Ananyan, he came back with a jab and shit on Matias. Matias came back to left hook. Shot the right hand from Ananyan. Shot the right hand from Ananyan. Right hand left hook on his ass from Matias. Ananyan getting down low, trying to get up under the shots, but he coming back, so he cocked that left hook and he brought it back, trying to come back to the right hand. Well, Matias is all over him though, putting short shots on Ananyan. They chest to chest right now. Ananyan with like a 4-punch combination, really no power on it though, but he took a left hook from Matias. Another left hook from Matias. Another left hook from Matias. Ananyan pushing back. Jabs was bite from Matias. Counter left hook from Ananyan. Matias tried to light him up with combinations. Ananyan right there in front of him. He cocked the left hook and brought it back, but he took a right hand from Matias. Ananyan pushed it back with the forearm. Came back for the double jab this time. Saw right uppercut from Matias. Ananyan pushed it back like a bench press. Right hand from Matias, but he missed it. Something hard from Ananyan. Matias jumped on it with like a 3-punch combination. I got behind the punches, goddamn. Here comes a jab from Ananyan. Jab was bite from Matias. Ananyan came back with something. He cocked that left hook and he brought it back. Matias with a left hand, a loop of right hand. Came back to 1-2-5 combination. Came back to right hand. Here comes a left hook from Ananyan. Saw right hand from Matias and he came back to the left hook. Ananyan pushing back. Jab to the body from Matias. Here comes a jab from Ananyan. He kind of squared up in front of Matias. Matias with a jab and a left hand. I think he was southpaw at that moment. 6-3 combination from Ananyan. Matias trying to light him up. Ananyan is bleeding out his nose. Matias is putting hard shots on Ananyan. Hard right hand from Ananyan. 6-3 combination from Matias. Ananyan came back with a 3-punch combination. Counter right hand from Ananyan. Matias trying to put hard shots on Ananyan. Lead right hand from Ananyan. Brought back to the hook. Hard on Matias, and then he pushed back. 3-punch combination from Matias. Stepped in with a 4-punch combination from Matias. Left foot from Ananyan. Hard right hand, left foot from Matias in this end of that round. And they acknowledge each other for sportsmanship. And Ananyan looked fucked up. What you think, bro?
That's because he is fucked up. What you talking about? Hey, that was a rumbling ass round. And I think, excuse me, I think Matias got the best of him. He was taking just as much as he was receiving, but he was landing combination to Ananyan's one shot. You know what I'm saying? 1-2 shots out of 5. I like Matias that round.
All right, man. Appreciate the message fries in the chat. Signs of the time said this ref just landing Ananyan to push a line. It's just boxing. Eli Zach said Ananyan changing the angles real slick with the speed of the punches. Matias can't really find Ananyan offense. Eli Zach said Matias' punch is more meaningful. He said Matias better get that left glove back up. Cypher Supreme got it 3-0. Eli Zachary got it 2-1 for Matias, both for Matias. El Fenici talking about, come on, Ananyan, man, you the one that came in and jinxed him by picking him. I went in 4th round. I ain't even get no water, y'all. Left hook to the body from Matias and he back and step with the jab. They had some good work going on with the jabs and shit. I was behind that though. Jab from Ananyan, he pushed it back. Matias ripped a shot to the body. Left hook to the body from Ananyan. Right? Matias tried to come back with something. He cocked the left hook, brought it back. Hard left hook from Ananyan on his ass. Left hook from Matias. Left hook to the body from Matias. Ananyan pushing back. Right hand left hook, but Matias is putting hard shots, ripping shots to the body on Ananyan. He back and step with the jab. Ananyan trying to fight back though. Left hook from Matias and he came back to right hand. Right hand to the body from Ananyan. He brought it back to the head. That's a left hook on his ass. Double left hook from Matias. Here comes a stiff jab from Ananyan on his ass. Short right hand from Matias and the short left hook from Ananyan. Right hand left hook from Matias as he backed up. Came back to the left hook on his ass. Ananyan pushed it back and he came back with the jab. He shoot the jab and came back with the jab. Double left hook from Matias and Ananyan came back to the left hook and he brought back the right hand. 2-punch combination from Matias and he went to the body with the right hand. Took some back from Ananyan. Looping right hand around the guard from Ananyan. Ananyan switched southpaw and he came back to left hand. Then he back in the orthodox stand trying to work the jab. Left hand to the body from Matias and Ananyan came back with something. Right hand to the body from Matias and that shit went low. He just got a warning from the referee. He did that in the first fight too. All right, here comes a jab from Ananyan. Came back jab again. Right here, left to the body from Matias and he back on stab with a 4-3 combination. Got back on the jab. Here comes a jab from Ananyan. Right into the body from Matias and Ananyan trying to push him back. Jab from Matias. 3-6 combination from Matias. Here comes a jab from Ananyan. Trying to come over top of the right hand, but Matias is controlling with the jab. Right here to the body from Ananyan. Matias coming back with something. Double left hook and the right uppercut from Matias. Ananyan pushing back. Lead right hand from Matias went to the body left hook. Overhand right type pump from Ananyan. Then they got tanked up. Short left hook from Ananyan. Right hand from Matias, came back with left hook. Ananyan whipping shot to the body on Ananyan. 4-3 combination from Ananyan. Double left hook, right hand from Matias, and he came back with a combination. That's Matias. Here comes a jab from Ananyan. Hard left hook to the body from Matias, and he back upstairs with a 2-3 combination. Looping right hand from Ananyan around the guard. Short right hand from Matias, and he came back with a 3-6 combination. Ananyan came back with something. 2-3 combination from Ananyan. Matias trying to put short shots on Ananyan right now. Ananyan pushing back like a bench press, and he steps in with a double jab, trying to push him back to the ropes and come back with the left hook, but he missed the left hook though. That's Ananyan. Short left hook from Matias in the midst of the clinch. They chest to chest right now against the ropes. Matias trying to get off the ropes. Looping right hand from Ananyan. He came back with left hook. Matias trying to come back with something. Short left uppercut from Matias. He rolls him up with it. 3-punch combination from Ananyan. He came back with the right hand. Here comes some shots to the body from Matias. Came back with a 3-punch combination from Matias. Came back with another 3-punch combination from Matias. Rolls his ass over the right uppercut. Another right uppercut to snap his head back with it. Ananyan fighting back gamely though. Said he got a good strong bloodline and he pushing back like a bench press and he came back with a jab. They chest to chest. Here comes some short shots from Ananyan. Matias came back with a 3-punch combination. Said he won't let him steal the show. Short right uppercut from Ananyan. Another short right uppercut from Ananyan. He pushing back, trying to get some space. Changed the angle and came back to left hook. 3-punch combination from Matias for a trouble though. Short right hand from Ananyan. Matias came back with a 5-6 combination. Chest to chest. Double left hook to the body from Matias and he back upstairs with a short right hand. Here was a jab from Ananyan, but Matias just slipped it, tried to come back with something. Lead left hook from Ananyan. That's the end of that round. What you think about that shit, bro?
Yeah, I think that was another round for Matias, man. I think he was just way more accurate. His punches is way more telling. And I don't think Ananyan is landing a lot of his shots. I think he's missing a lot of his shots. He's not landing them flush. They're not really accurate. I got to give Matias that round.
All right.
Hey, appreciate that super chat from Michael James 616. He said, can't nobody call a fight like Trey.
I mean, definitely appreciate that, fam. Square business. Pecos build everybody said, but appreciate them frauds and shit, man. Everybody said Matias is going to gas out like last time. I was thinking that, man, he's throwing a bunch of punches. Eli Zach said the Ananyan right cross is there, but Matias' body work changing levels is taking the steam out of him. Yeah, I was thinking that too, man. He investing a lot of body shots on this guy. So I appreciate them frauds. Cyber Supreme got it the shutout for Matias. Eli Zachary got it the shutout. Well, he got the 3-1. Let me get a little water. All right. Jab to the, goddamn, they had a nice exchange right there, and both of them got some good work. A left hook on his ass from Matias, and he came back with a 2-punch combination. They ain't ripping shot to the body. Left hook from Ananyan. Then they got in a jab war, a jab fest in this motherfucker, and they chest to chest. Short right uppercut from Matias, and he came back with the left uppercut, but Ananyan is working the jab. Matias working the jab. Matias with a 3-punch combination, like a shoe shine combination. Left hook to the body from Matias. The referee was in good position, so it didn't go low. Here come Ananyan with like a shoe shine combination. Left hook to the body from Matias. Ananyan is in his chest right now. Left hook to the body from Matias. They ain't ripping shots to the body, and the referee just came and gave him another warning. Keep the punches up, man. That shit kind of trail low. Here come a jab from Matias after Ananyan was squared up back into the conflict, and he came back with a double jab. Here come a jab from Matias. I think that's what there was. And Ananyan trying to get out some work right now. Ananyan with like a little combination, went to the body with the right hand, but he took something back from Matias, and Matias came back with like a left uppercut, and he got back on the hook and shit on his ass while he backing up. Here come a left hook to the body from Ananyan. Short right uppercut from Matias. They came back with the left uppercut on his ass. Matias 2-punch combination from Matias, and he came back with the left uppercut. Ananyan pushing back. Then right hand to the body from Matias and folded him up. Left hook to the body, brought it back to the head, brought back to the left hook. Another right hand upside the head from Matias. Right hand to the body from Matias. Then right hand from Ananyan. Right hand, left hook from Ananyan. 6-3 combination from Ananyan. Came back to the left hook. Matias fight back though, ripping shots to the body. Here come a hard left hook from Ananyan. Came back to right hand. Matias put some short shots on him. Hard right hand from Ananyan over the top. Triple left hook on his ass from Matias. Right hand, left hook from Ananyan. Came back to the left hook. Matias going to the body. Back and stuff to the left uppercut. Looping right hand around the guard from Matias. From Ananyan. Short right hand from Matias. Right hand to the body from Matias. Short left hook from Ananyan. Ananyan trying to push him back to the ropes. Lead right hand from Ananyan. Matias coming back with something though. Lead left hook from Ananyan. Left hook upside the head from Matias. Ripping shot to the body. Looping right hand from Ananyan. Matias putting shots upside the head. Ananyan pushing back. Came back with the jab. Cocked that left hook and he brought it back. Cocked that left hook and he brought it back. But Matias had landed some shots too. Working the jab right hand to the body. But he took a left hook to the head from Ananyan. Short right hand over the top from Matias. Right hand to the body from Matias. Here come a jab from Ananyan. He pushing back. Try to step in with the 3-2 combination, but decent defense from Matias, and he came back with a 4-3 combination. All right? He come a left hook and a right uppercut from Ananyan in his chest. Right hand up hook on his ass for Matias. Left hook to the body from Ananyan. He brought it back to the head, but Matias is fighting back. The left hook type pump from Ananyan, but Matias is going to the body. Ananyan came back with a 2-punch combination. 2-punch combination from Matias. Shoot-shot combination from Ananyan over the top with the right hand. Then they got tanked up. It's 27 seconds left to go in the round. We in the 5th round, by the way. All right? Ananyan pushing back with the lead, came back to the lead right hand with the took his jab from Matias. Matias going to the body. Back and step with the right hand on his ass. He better do something about them body shots. Jab from Matias. Matias ripping shot to the body again. He back and step with the right hand. The referee gave him another warning, talking about keep the punches up. That should look like it was good as a government check to me, though. Ananyan pushing back. 3-6 combination from Ananyan. He back and step with the right hand. He kind of slapping with it, though. Matias with a 2-3 combination upside the head, and it's the end of that round. What you think, bro?
Shit, I think that was another round for Matias, man. Ananyan just not as accurate as Matias. And then the body shots are just adding on to the accurate punching. The referee got it wrong the last time. The first time she had got it right, but just all throughout the round, I think the more accurate, solid punches is coming from Matias, and his defense is just a little bit better than Ananyan.
Man, appreciate them messing frauds, man. And appreciate it for everybody hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. Eli Zachary said, Boots out there getting his promo on. Appreciate them fraud from y'all, right? It's the channel Scrapbook Boxing, the VIP, no need to CRD. Say shout out to the corner trades and MARLO. Good evening to everybody, man. Salute to you, OG.
Salute.
Eli Zachary said, Matias sneaky with the short left hook on the inside he is, and the right hand. I saw him fold him up with the right hand to the body. Cyber Supreme said he got to fire nothing Matias, but he can't get too comfortable on the inside. He got to keep his gas tank on point, too. He's throwing a bunch of punches. All right, here come Ananyan stepping to him. Tried to push him back, and he came back with the jab. Tried to come back with the shoe-shine combination. I couldn't say if he landed clean, though. Matias tried to push him back so he can get some space and work the jab a little bit. Here come Ananyan working the jab, trying to vibe and weave and smoke like he's smoking Joe Frazier. Matias trying to work the jab, and Ananyan came back with the jab. Ananyan trying to push him back to the ropes, and he stepped in with the jab and shit. Matias working the jab again. Overhand right side pump from Ananyan. Short right hand from Matias, and Ananyan came back with the jab. Jab to the body from Matias. Here come double jab from Ananyan. Left hook to the body from Matias. A real sneaky like Eli Zachary was saying. Short chopper right hand from Matias. Ananyan came back with something, trying to work the jab a little bit. Working the jab again. The double jab. That hook around the guard from Ananyan. Short right uppercut from Matias. Right hand to the body from Matias. Short right cross inside his head from Matias again. Ananyan trying to change the angle, but he kind of squared up and shit right now in front of Matias, trying to push him back. Shoe-shine combination, change the angle. He came back with the right hand, but the shit is not looking really effective right now. Short right uppercut from Matias so he can get the motherfucker off of him. Trying to work the jab a little bit. Head moving the shit from Ananyan, trying to get on the inside of Matias, trying to hit him with the right hand. Left hook to the body from Matias, and Ananyan pushing back. He kind of squared up. Left hook to the body from Matias, and Ananyan pushing back. 2-3 combination from Matias. He ain't landed clean. He came on top of the jab with the left hook this time for the orthodox stand. Lead up hand from Ananyan. Came back with something. He didn't switch southpaw. He said, fuck that. 2-3 combination from Ananyan. Looked like he rules out Tayev when he went against Jamal James a few weeks ago. It's a minute and 40 seconds left to go around. The referee just came and broke and win the 6th round right now. Here Matias, Ananyan with the lead up hook. Came back the right uppercut and he pushed it back. Got back on the jab and shit. That's Ananyan. 2-3 combination from Matias, and he came back with a jab. Ananyan in his chest. Matias coming back with something. 2-3 combination from Ananyan, but he missed it. 2-3 combination from Matias. He got my right hand left hook on his ass from Ananyan, trying to push him back to the road. Matias is staying cool and composed and shit. Looking like a cool customer, this motherfucker. Ananyan pushing back to the road, trying to get real physical. Hard right hand over the top of Ananyan. He trying to lean on Matias. Right hand to the body from Matias. He got my, I don't know what that was, but the 3-punch combination from Ananyan. Matias trying to fight back though. Trying to come back with something. Ananyan is trying to test this motherfucker's resolve. He trying to test that gas tank. He all over him. Trying to peel down the guard and come back with the right hand. But Matias is coming back with the left hook on his ass. Here comes a jab from Ananyan. Right hand to the body from Matias. Trying to short right uppercut from Ananyan. Short left uppercut from Matias. Ananyan pushed him back to the ropes. Matias bounced off the ropes like he Tony Canzaneri and came back fighting. Here comes a jab from Ananyan. Jab from Matias. Ananyan got his head off the line. Left uppercut from Matias, but he missed it though. 2-3 combination from Matias, but he came back to left hook on Ananyan. Overhand right side pump from Ananyan. Matias trying to fight back though. Ananyan leaning on him and shit. Said he gonna find out what he about tonight. Short left uppercut from Matias and came back with something. Hard that I don't know what that was from Ananyan. 3-6 combination from Ananyan. Short right hand from Matias. Right uppercut left hook from Matias. Hard left hook from Ananyan. Matias with a 2-3 combination. Came back to the right uppercut. Ananyan leaning on him and shit. Referee better come break him. Ananyan had the glove clamped on the ropes and shit. Like he might have been kind of tired. Here come Ananyan trying to jump on it with something to end the round. Short left hand, right hand, left hook on his ass from Matias, and he came back to left hook again. Hard left from Ananyan, another left hook from Ananyan. Matias coming back with some hard right hand from Ananyan in the round. Then they touch gloves for sportsmanship and acknowledge each other at the end of the round. What you think, bro?
I think Ananyan was pressuring Matias a lot. It wasn't effective, man. Matias was real calm and cool. A lot of Ananyan shots was coming off the gloves. Wasn't nothing really clean. And on the other hand, it was clean counter punching from Matias, whether it was to the body or the top. You could tell it landed. Like nice uppercuts was landing. A lot of his shots was accurate. I got to get that one to Matias.
Scrabble say shout out to the corner. Marlon Trey's piece of the chat. Eli Zachary said Matias need to follow that short left hook and sit down uppercut. Eli Zachary said the Ananyan right cross is there, but he's not using it. Gil Cole said, come on, Ananyan. I need you to get knocked out in the night. Don't let me down. Eli Zachary said the Ananyan is living in Matias' chest. He is. Eli Zachary said 4-2 Matias. Cyber Supreme said he got it 6-0, got the shutout. In his chest and out his ass, but he ain't born storming this time, huh, Eli Zachary? Hard left hook from Ananyan. Step down from Matias, and he came back to the left hook on his ass, and then he pushed it back with the lead. He came back to the lead right hand. Right hand left hook to the body from Matias, and he came back with something. The referee is I think she about to take a point from Matias. She done warned the motherfucker like this the third time or something like that. The low blows don't really just look egregious to me, to be honest with you, but I guess she got a better angle on it than I do. But it looked like he might be pitching the shutout, so it might not hurt him. All right, here come a jab from Ananyan. Then he push him back with the forearm, try to come back with the jab, but he missed the jab. Don't still jab from Matias and snap the head back. Ananyan pushed him back again. Lead right hand from Matias, came back with some left hook to the body from Matias. Came back with the left hook. Head with the shit from Ananyan. 6-2-3 combination from Ananyan. Matias came back with something. 3-punch combination from Ananyan. Came back with the overhand right. But Matias is fighting back in the midst of that shit, though. Double left hook from Ananyan. One to the body, one to the head, but Matias came back with something. Ananyan changed the angle. He stepped in with the double jab. Left hook from Matias, but Ananyan ducked up under it. Right hand to the body from Ananyan. Left hook to the body from Matias. Ananyan pushed it back. Matias came back with a jab. Right hand, left hook on his ass from Matias. And he came back to right uppercut. Here come Ananyan, though. In his chest and shit right now. They chest to chest right now. Matias to find some room for some short shots. Double right hand from Ananyan. One to the body, came back to right uppercut. Matias came back with something. Left uppercut from Ananyan. He came back with the 2-punch combination. Matias tried to light his ass up like a slot machine. Short right hand, left hook on his ass for Matias. Ananyan fighting back though. 2-3 combination from Matias. He came back to right hand again. Lead right hand from Ananyan. He brought back to left hook. Right uppercut from Matias. 2-punch combination from Ananyan. Matias came back with a 3-punch combination. Short right hand to the body from Matias. Double left, triple left hook on his ass from Ananyan. Hard left foot from Matias. Hard left foot from Ananyan around the guard. Matias went to the body with the right hand. Back and step with the right hand. Short right hook, right uppercut in the midst of the clinch. I mean, in the pocket from Matias, and he came back with the right hand. Here comes a series of jabs from Ananyan. Cocked that left hook in the body back. Counter left hook from Matias. Never hook with a hooker. Short right hand right on the chin from Matias. Hard left hook right hand. Ananyan trying to fight back though. Matias putting hard shots on him. Lead right hand from Ananyan, but Matias put the 2-3 combination on him. Hard left hook from Ananyan. 3-punch combination from Matias. He tried to light his ass up out there. Goddamn, and in his chest. Left hook, left uppercut on his ass for Matias. Right into the body, trying to fold him up like a roly-poly. Came back to left hook. Ananyan fighting game, but Matias is ripping shots to the body, putting hard shots. Oh, got right hand, left hook to check engine light, looked like he wanted to come on. He putting everything on this man. Well, Ananyan fighting back though, goddamn Matias is putting combinations on him. They chest to chest right now. Ananyan trying to push him back so he can get some space, but if he do, he might get lit up again. He pushed him back like a bench press, stepped in with the combination, but he came up short. He pushed him back to the road. 3-punch combination from Matias. He trying to put the hellfire and brimstone on this man. 1-2-5. Ananyan fighting back though. Fighting gamely, goddamn me. He in his chest and shit right now. Got him up against the ropes. Right hand to the body from Matias. Ananyan came back with a 3-punch combination. Cocked that hook and he brought it back. Came back with another combination. Matias changed the angle, came back with a 3-2 combination, but he got lit up by Ananyan. Matias came back with something. Ananyan right hand, left hook on his ass. Matias fighting back though. Ripping shots to the body. Ananyan got him up against the rope, came back, left hook, right hand. Man, them motherfuckers is in there squabbling, man. What you think, bro?
Man, the referee jumped in a little early, but man, they in there squabbling like a motherfucker. But I think Matias is landing way more accurate, way more telling shots, man. The heavier shots, whether it's to the body or it's up top, I don't see how he got the point taken away. But I like Matias that round or 9-9.
I appreciate the message frauds in the chat. God damn, that motherfucker throwing so many punches. Let me get some water, man. I keep on reading the chat, ain't get no water. Eli Zachary said, follow that hook with the uppercut. Bush guy said, oh, man, these boys scrapping in there. They are, man. Eli Zachary said, the crowd cheering shit, they should be. Cypher Supreme said he got it 7-0 for Matias. That motherfucker had a good fight. Look like Matias is dominating though, man. He putting hard shots on this man. He a little bit more. Okay, we in the 8th round. Right hand level to the bite for Matias to kick this shit off, and he got back on the jab again. Short right hand from Ananyan, but Matias came up with something. Left hook to the body for Matias. He really fucking him up with the body shot. Lead right hand from Matias. Ananyan trying to fight back though. 3-6 combination from Matias and lead right hand from Ananyan. He got back on the jab. He come left hook to the bite for Matias. They both hit each other with the jab at the same time. Heads on the center line. Right hand left hook to the bite for Matias. He back and step with the right hand left hook. Then he rip a shot to the body again. He back and step with the right hand. He trying to light this man up. Right hand left hook from Ananyan. Jab from Matias. Rip a shot to the body. Back and step right hand left hook on his ass. Head moving the shit from Ananyan, trying to push it back with the forearm and shit. Came back with the 3-6 combination. Brought back the 6 again. They got back on the jab. That's Ananyan. Trying to work the jab a little bit, but he missed most of these shots. He changed the angle and came back with the left hook on his ass. That's Ananyan. But Matias is putting short shots on his ass. Came back with the jab. Here come a double jab from Ananyan. Left uppercut from Matias. He threw it from too far away, and Ananyan got back on the jab. Double jab from Ananyan, straight up the middle. Split the guard with it. Here come a jab from Matias. Came back with the jab again. That's Matias. Matias split the guard with the jab again. Trying to come back left hook. Short right hand. Brought back the left hook upside the head. That's Matias. Here come a double jab up the middle from Ananyan. Stiff jab from Matias and Ananyan pushing back. Came back with the jab and shit. That's Ananyan. Short left uppercut from Matias and he came on top of the right hand. Came back with the jab and shit. Right hand to the body from Matias and he got back with the jab again. They chest to chest. Right hand left hook on his ass from Matias as he exited the clinch. Still jab from Matias and snapped the head back. Trying to come back with the left hook on the right hand. Came back to the left hook again. Jab right hand to the body from Matias. And Ananyan pushing back. Cocked that left hook and he brought it back. Right there in front of him. Matias came back with the right uppercut. Brought back the left hook. Came back with the right hand. Right uppercut. Left hook on his ass from Ananyan. Trying to come back with the jab. Trying to push it back with the forearm. Came back with the jab again. Jab right hand from Ananyan, but he missed it. Right hand from Matias. Right hand left hook on his ass from Matias. Right hand from Matias again. Right hand to bite from Matias. Back and step with the jab. That's Matias. Jab from Ananyan. They chest to chest. Ananyan pushing back. Short left hook on his ass from Matias. Right hand left hook on his ass from Matias. Here comes jab from Ananyan. Short right hand. Jab from Matias. Jab right hand from Ananyan. He doubled up on the right hand. Lead right hand from Matias and he brought back the left hook. Ananyan pushing back. Right hand left hook. He cocked that left hook back. Jab to bite from Matias. Back and step with the shoe shine combination. That's Matias. He got his hands up good. Ananyan spit the guard with the jab. Came back with the jab again, but he got slipped by Matias. Matias came back with the jab. Here come a jab left hook right hand straight up the middle from Ananyan. I don't think he landed clean though. Overhand right type pump from Matias, then they got tangled up. It's 44 seconds left to go on the round, and Ananyan just pushing back. Here come a jab from Matias. Cocked that left hook, that's Ananyan, and he brought it back on his ass. Cocked that left hook again, but here come Matias with the 3-punch combination. Came back with the shoe shine combination, that's Matias. Got back on the jab. 6-3 combination from Matias. He came in some way better shape in this fight. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Here come a left hook from Ananyan. Double left hook from Matias. They came back with something. Right hand left hook from Ananyan. Right hand from Matias. I think the check engine light came on. But Ananyan, it looked like he took that shit though, man. That motherfucker dog, man. He a soldier. He right there in front of him. He stepped in with a double jab. That's Ananyan. Came back with a jab of Matias working the jab. Sneaky right hand, left hook right hand from Ananyan. Right hand to the body from Matias. Hard left hook to the body from Matias in the back and stir with a short right hand. Stepped in with a jab, tried to come back with a shoe shine combination. Right hand left hook from Ananyan. Then they started rumbling at the end of the round. This ended that round. What you think, bro?
I think Matias told Ananyan, like, I got a combination for every bump on your back. Then I think Matias' combination punches was effective, man, and his counter punching was effective throughout the round. Off of all his busy work from Ananyan, it ain't really accurate or nothing, but he got his head in his chest, his head in his face the whole time, and Matias is able to still land shots. I like Matias that round.
These motherfuckers gonna take all my strength from the goddamn Gary Russell fight. They working the shit out my head. Excuse me. Right, they said them motherfuckers in there fighting. Eli Zachary got him up, got Matias up, Bush guy said, oh Lord. Like Ananyan getting lit up in their ears, man. I'm over here eating crow like a motherfucker on the Champ Ross. I can live with it though, because he had the superior amateur background. So I'll go down with the ship. I don't mind doing that. What I regret is when I go against the amateur background and end up being wrong, you know what I'm saying? But I can deal with this. Here come a jab from Matias. Ananyan came back with a jab. Ananyan cocked that left foot and he brought it back. He right there in his chest, trying to work the jab a little bit. We in the 9th round, by the way. Trying to push him back with the lead hand. Here come a left foot from Matias. Ananyan pushing back. Matias came back with the jab. Another stiff jab from Matias, and Ananyan trying to work the jab a little bit. Matias upside the head with the jab. Came back with the jab again. Came back with the jab again. This is a jab fast. Short right hand. Came back to the left hook on his ass. That's Matias. Short right hand from Ananyan. Came back to the left hook after he took a 2-punch combination from Matias. Another right hand from Ananyan. Matias with a jab to the body, came with the right hand. Took a left hook from Ananyan. Kind of right hand, but goddamn it, that motherfucker Matias is putting all kind of blow. Right hand to the body, came back to the left hook, came back to the left hook. Right hand to the body. Looked like the last flickering of the flame before the candle go out. He trying to put hands on Ananyan. Ananyan trying to control this motherfucker. got his right eye is fucked up. Both eyes is fucked up. Hard left hook for Matias. He just lighting this boy up, man. God damn, it seemed like every time he hit him, his eyes just light up like bright lights on a slot machine. The motherfucker Ananyan trying to fight back though. Right hand from Matias. Came back to the left hook. Ananyan stepped in with the jab. Right. Oh man, I thought I had knocked myself out the live stream. God damn, that motherfucking name is in his chest, but he getting his ass whooped out there, man. Short right hand from Matias. Short left uppercut from Matias, but he took a jab from Ananyan. Triple right hand came back to left hook. That's Matias. Right hand from Ananyan said he is not gonna give it to him for free. Right hand to the body from Matias, but he took a left hook from Ananyan. Right hand left hook to the head from Ananyan. Came back with something, but Matias took it well. Then he got back on the jab. Ananyan working that jab. And a hard left hook to the body from Matias. Hard right hand from Ananyan said he ain't no punk. Matias came back with something. Came back with the left uppercut, head moving shit from Ananyan, but he took a right hand to the body from Matias. Right hand left hook upside the head from Matias after Ananyan had missed some shots. Short right uppercut from Matias, and he came back to the left hook. A looping right hand around the guard from Ananyan, and he came back to the left hook. Matias is just putting these short shots on his ass, jab to the body. They both tried to hit each other with the right hand at the same time, but they both missed. He come a left hook and the right hand to the body from Matias. Saw a right hook from Ananyan. He done switch southpaw. Hard left hook from Matias, but Ananyan ate the shit. Right hand to the body, left hook to the head from Matias, trying to come back with something. Hard left hook to the body from Matias. Right hand to the body, left hook to the head from Ananyan. Hard left hook from Ananyan again after he took a right hand from Matias. That right hand to the body, left hook to the head, that's that old Tony Zell combination that he's using. Matias is trying, Ananyan pushing back, looping right hand around the guard from Ananyan. Took a stiff jab from Matias. Left uppercut type punch from Ananyan, but he missed it though. Two punch combination from Matias to get the motherfucker off of him. Ananyan stepped to a short right uppercut from Matias. Right hand to the body from Matias. Kind of right hand from Matias, and he came back to the left hook on his ass. He could a jab from Ananyan with his head out the line, trying to push him back. Tried to come over the top with the right hand, but I don't think he landed clean. He could a left hook from Matias. Loop a right hand from Ananyan. Matias came back with a two punch combination. 2-3 combination. Came back with the 6 on his ass. That's Matias. Hard left hook to the body from Matias. 2-3 combination from Matias. 4-3 combination from Matias. Ananyan trying to push him back, trying to smother the hard left hook from Matias.
Oh, get him, you son of a bitch! He rocked the fuck on that boy!
Ananyan got up. He looking bewildered out there. He looking fucked up. He looking kind of raggedy. Mouth open wide. I think he done. The referee gonna let him continue. I think he fucked up. The referee looking like, God damn, son. Do you want to fight? Ananyan look like he done, man. And this the end of that round. What you think about that round?
Ooh, that boy got caught. I think that was already Matias' round, man. He was landing some hell of a shots, and Ananyan was taking them pretty well and trying to give some back. He actually landed a few, but he ended up getting caught in between punches, and that motherfucker, that was a hell of a delay, man. He looked over like, God damn, what just hit me? Let me sit down for a minute, goddamn shit.
They need to throw the towel in, man. The man is done. Look at him. He can barely keep his eyes open. There's no reason to send him back out there. He's not winning rounds. He's getting his ass beat all over the place. He just took probably the hardest left hook of his career. He looked like he barely even know where he at. He don't know if he's dreaming or if he in the fight. Look at him. He just fucked up, man. Look like he needs to be on his way to the hospital. The referee said, no. I mean, the doctor said, no, man, fuck that shit, man. This man raggedy out here. The ref called it off.
Hey,
Who's the boss?
That motherfucker was sitting over there like, he don't want to say call it off. He just like, man, can you see on my face I don't want to get out there no more? Shit, you make it sick.
Yeah, he got fucked up out there, man. God damn, so I got to eat crow on that shit. So good job by Matias. He went out there and got his revenge. This was a rematch and shit. He lost by decision in the first fight and just came back and got his revenge and shit. I'm looking to chat a little bit. Appreciate the mess of frauds and shit, man. Seshaw said he gonna hurt this dude bad. We seen what Matias' hands can do. I hope the corner knows what's up. Dottie Shell with eating and throwing punches too. Yeah, his power is dangerous because it's hard, but it's not really hard enough to just get you out of there immediately. It's hard enough to hurt you, but soft enough to keep you in the fight so he can just beat on you and beat on you and beat on you for round after round. That's very dangerous power.
Hey Gil, I wasn't finna just get out of the way like that. I said, yeah, Gil picked it on the right. I said that's more like it right there. Late round stoppage. I think Matias was gonna be able to get to his ass, man. That's a good call, Gil.
This motherfucker Gil Cole's got 4 fucking bonuses already. Cypher Supreme TV said no need to even keep score. Yeah, for real. I'm gonna scroll down a little bit. Yo, Eli Zachary said the motherfucker need to call him. Scroll down. Eli Zachary said that's a killer you rolling the dice with. Michael James said he's done. Eli Zachary said ninth round. Who called that? That's what that motherfucker Gil Coles called, man. Mike James said this was a good fight. That was a hell of a fight. That motherfucker done drained my battery. But it was a hell of a fight, though. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Gil Cole said, "Is this a night round stoppage?" Yeah, that's what it looked like, motherfucker. This motherfucker Gil Cole, lucky as hell, man. J Dog laughing right next to Champ said, "Great call by the real." That was the doctor. The doctor, it looked like I saw like a little a strange movement by Ananyan. And as soon as he done that, the doctor was loud, nah, fuck that, man. Stop this shit. I done seen enough. J1 posted, I picked knockout round 10 for Matias. He barely missed it. J Dog said he fucked up. Lala D said she picked ninth round stoppage too. Don't forget about her. I ain't even know you picked that shit. Gil Cole said,
Good
let's
job,
go.
Jim. Good job.
Yeah, good job to y'all motherfuckers. But hey, this is a long season. Your boy Trash will be back. Gil Cole said, let's go. Junior the Superdog said, get his ass to the hospital. That's where he needs to go, man. He looked fucked up out there. Eli Zachary said, okay, laughing, talking about Gil Cole. Nah. Don't, hey, wait a minute. Don't cheer for this, bro. This shit that this man doing is not sustainable. I will take this man down. Don't come in here and pump his head up, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that shit. Rod X and Chelsea, great call by the doc then. Yeah, that was a great call, man. But hey, was a great call even necessary? Like we all sitting up here, we saw that the fight should have been stopped immediately. When he was in front of the referee after he got up, I thought the shit should have been stopped then. So I don't think it took no great ass call to stop the fight. Shit, that shit was obvious. They should have stopped the fight. You know what I'm saying? But let me go grab me a few calories and stuff, y'all, so I can try to power up for the main event. Like my boy say, I'm gonna go get 2 thin of sardine and a bread. That's why I really be on too. Not the bread, but the sardines. I'll be right back.
But, man, that was a good ass. That was on the button right there. That motherfucker, it wasn't like he put a whole lot of effort in it. Just a perfect shot. Clipped this motherfucker wing. Said the ref in the corner was sending that man back out there. Must have had KO on 11 like me. Junior the Super Dog said his corner should have stopped the air. Bush guy, salute, bro. He said, Gil getting lucky this week. Shit, he got first place last week, y'all. It's gonna be 2 weeks in a row if he with them 4 bonuses. It look like he got it. If not, he gonna get top 3. That's gonna be 2 weeks in a row for Gil holding it down. Hey, one thing about us, we go through there representing on them boys in that goddamn pool, man. Shout out to Champ Rock. Hey, if some pics was missed, I had texted on Messenger and shit. He said he gonna go back and do a quick little rundown to make sure everybody got their pics in that post them on the community page. Um, signs of the times say good fight, hell yeah. This guy said, but will Tampa win tomorrow? I got the Rams. We gonna see though. Eli said, I've been on Pop Tarts and wine, shaking my head. Shit, enjoy, my brother. MZ, what's that? A church or a hospital? Damn, MZ, that's where he probably be going, huh? Michael James 616 said, go go to America where you can eat steak. Cyber Supreme said, I love Gary Russell, y'all, but I got him taking the L tonight. But I wish him well and good luck. Say this young bull gonna come through on his ass, huh? Bush God returned, said 2 in a row. Said, okay, so maybe he on to something. Maybe. We're gonna see how long it's gonna last. 2 weeks in a row. D-Lo 404 said, salute, which fight just ended? The Matias versus Ananyan. Matias got the stoppage in round 9. D-Lo. Nitty G, salute. He said, is it true that Gary Russell missed weight? No, he missed it the first time, but he came back and got it. on the second weigh-in. Bush guy said, oh, he talking to Gil. Michael James say, that shot is quote from Trey X. That was his aunt told him. Which quote was that? Michael James. I probably missed it looking at the goddamn fight. Bush guy returned said, man, Gary missed weight. He losing everything that could have went wrong, and it's going wrong. Yeah. His pops there too, man. He there in the wheelchair, but he there. Hey, what shot is quote? When he said, what more do you want from me now, Biggs? You got me, girl. You took me money. Did you put your picks in on Champ Ross D-Lo? Talking about I like Matias. No. Who did you pick? What round? How did you pick the outcome? Talking about I like Matias. That sound like you picked Ananyan, but you was hoping Matias won. You know what I'm saying? Hot Mike, salute. He said, I'm on the corner. Appreciate you, fam. We over here hanging out doing what we do. Eli Zachary talks everything said. Uh, he said, man, I might stop at the butcher tomorrow. Stop by the butcher tomorrow and get a few steaks. You're on point with that one, Michael James. Yeah, that's what we ate for dinner last night, man. Steak and shrimp, macaroni and cheese and potatoes. Some taters. You know, for folks said, I hope I make it home before they touch gloves. If not, Trey's got me. Oh, you on the road? Yeah, they had it. They only gave what's the name one round. Damn, in round 6, I gave him round 1. Edged it out in round 1, but they gave him round 6. It's crazy. Nitty G said, I got a bad feeling about this fight. He said, I'm riding with Gary Russell Jr., but I don't know. Yeah, me too, man. It's the layoff really that we all think, you know. Eli Zachary talks everything. He said, can't go wrong with it. For real. Michael James said, 210, 210? 2 cans of sardines and bread. Oh, that one, huh? 2 teams of sardines and bread. For real. Run to the store and give me 2 teams of sardines and bread. He said he looked at his aunt funny and she will go in America where you can eat steak. I got you on that one. That shit went over my head. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I remember that. I need you to go to the store and give me 2 teams of sardines and bread. See, J Dog said these type of fights will make Matias dangerous in the future. Hell yeah. And if old boy would have got up, Matias definitely would have finished him. He still had motherfucking, he still ran up on him like he was ready to end it. D-Lo laughing, talking about Matias. Matias is probably my favorite in the division. I picked him by KO on 6. Okay, yeah, I had him 5. I knew it was 5 or 6, but if it was gonna be a knockout, it would have been late. I needed to stand out, man. This motherfucker, what's his name, Gil already picked round 9. I needed to separate myself, call myself trying to separate from him. And this motherfucker picked it on the money. Should have rolled with his ass. Follow my first mind. J Dog said, cause say he not a big puncher. That's a good mindset to have. He will focus on skill, and Pop will be an asset, most definitely. Hot Mike said, even on Mr. Gary Russell first day, he gonna beat this man. Yeah, I'm riding with you. I got Gary, man. I think his skill, speed, his IQ is gonna be a big difference against this young brute. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna call him a young brute because he got some shit in his toolbox that can be dangerous for Gary. Bush got returned said Gary allegedly has also trained himself, so that is also a bad combination. So he trains himself and his goddamn shoulder is fucked up. So Mr. Gary Russell say, yeah, I think I picked MD too. Yeah. So no matter what, you still probably gonna have me in points. I think I picked MD myself. Yeah. Yep. Ain't no thinking. I for sure picked MD. So you gonna have me in points. I'll be alright though. As long as I stay up there, I'll be still in the game, man. Stay up in there top 10, top 15. I'll still be in the game. I don't even remember what I had last time. I think around like eight, 8 to 10 spot or something last week. Get at y'all business. I see you talking to Bush guy. LID said, go Gary. Nitty G said, Gary by UD, but I still have a bad feeling about this fight. Oh, you said UD? Okay. You ain't gonna control the round. Sam's in the hot seat. Salute, fam. What's good with it? He said, peace, family. What I miss? Shit, a good ass fight with Matias versus Ananyan. It ended in the ninth round stoppage. Matias got the victory. Naomi and Lucas was a draw. It was pretty good. But Gary Russell about to fight in a minute. Go on over here and put this other thing. Let me do another one real quick, y'all. We definitely finna see Mr. Gary Russell. Oh man. Put your picks in before the fight. I'm about to get back in the comment. Everybody talking to Sam Taylor. D'Lo said, I trust that Gary Russell training himself will be nothing like Omar Figueroa, so-called trying himself for that Usyk beatdown. Sam Dillon said, cool. Sam Dillon said, just got back from Bangkok. Ooh, what you was out there partying or something, Sham? Taking care of business. I know Sam Zilla overseas, him and our brother Black in Japan. Shout out to him, man. Send y'all the utmost blessing, man. Hope everything work out for y'all. D-Lo said Gary by decision. Sam talking to La Moody Trey Weather salute, fam. He said he got Gary. Oh, you mean Ugas, not Usyk. La D said, talking to Eli, get at y'all business. Oh, he said he was out there on business. Yeah, I hope it worked out for you, man. Out there in Thailand. Eli said this turned out to be a good car. Hell yeah, the main event ain't even started yet. Main event ain't even started yet. We've had two good ones so far. They ain't even, I'm over here checking to see if it's in the rain yet. They ain't even in the rain yet. Gary Russell, WBC featherweight champion, is a 12-round fight versus the Filipino Magsayo. He a Filipino, right, y'all? From the same place as Pacquiao? Or just from the Philippines? The main event next, D-Lo. The first time he missed weight, but you know they get another chance. They got, I guess, a few hours, so many hours to come back. And the second time he made weight. Gil Cole said, "Yeah, he's Filipino." Okay, I thought so. Hey, is he under Manny Pacquiao Promotions? This the same guy that used to fight on the undercard, ain't he? Eli say, Magsayo talking about outboxing Gary while boxing trained by Freddie Roach. While being trained by Freddie Roach. I don't think that's gonna happen. Freddie probably gonna teach him how to get to him, create shots. He'll probably eat some shots trying to get up in there. LID said, talking to Sham, said yes by 0.5, came back 1 pound less. He said his scale was right. I had him making weight. Get out y'all business. Sam Zilla said, if anybody comes to the Philippines, holler at your boy. Yeah, if anybody come out there to the Philippines, man, hit up Sam Zilla, man. I ain't never been out of state. Well, I just took a couple of trips to what was that, Portland and Arizona. My first time. I done been to Vegas and shit, but that ain't nothing. But overseas, the long ass drive, I ain't done it yet because I ain't getting on no plane. J Law said, man, you talking about incohesis. I can't pronounce that name. Messed it up. However you spell it up. But you know what I'm talking about though, J Law. Kev Harris said, don't believe the hype. Gary all day. Yeah, we locked in. Gil Cole said, yeah, he signed the Pacquiao promotion. Okay. This Look at this nigga Gary. Look what he wearing, y'all. What the hell is that? It's a zip up tank top looking kind of shirt with a hood on it. Doing some kind of prayer ritual. Receiving, I mean, a prayer ritual from some brother. Interesting. I wish I knew what that was. I know it got something to do with African. Not quite sure. He didn't come out with his war clothes this time, y'all. D-Lo said, give me Gary KO in 7. F it. Gil Cole said, Magsayo came out looking like Marie. Who? Nordo? Cyrus the Priest said, Gary looking like Clover Lane. Muvaka Foley, salute, fam. He said, let's go, Gary. Do it for your people. For real. Definitely need to get this victory for your pops, my brother. He came out, showed up in a wheelchair, man. Not at 100%. Come to see you. I know you don't want to let him come out like that with an L, my brother.
I was thinking that shit might be motivation.
Yeah.
All right,
Look at
getting
what.
ready for the main event of the evening.
Hey, do anybody know what that was that Gary Russell was getting that little prayer or some ritual he was receiving? What kind of native prayer or something that was? I think it was of African descent, like some kind of war prayer or something. What y'all think?
I wouldn't put it past him. He normally come out with some type of ring entrances. He got some of my favorite ring entrances of all time, really. I especially love when he came out with the Egyptian outfit on them boys.
Yeah, that was hard. Look, it's a 3.5 inch difference, reach difference from for Magsayo.
Yeah, and a 7 year age difference. Rules, no 3 knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight. Fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. Fight official at the end of round 4. Let's go. Cyber Supreme say Orisha or something like that. I have no idea what that is, but I think he answering your question.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. Good looking out, bro.
Anacito Laquias said Mark will shave Gary's beard now. Believe me. All right, make sure that you stick around and eat your crow if you're wrong now. Don't run. D'Lo said Gary better not get done like Leo, stepping in front of his sleeping in front of his pops in the corner, man. Got me thinking about this dude that got knocked on that street beefs. I know y'all probably don't be on that, but I love that street beefs. This dude got knocked out in front of his wife, and he talking about he a coach. So I guess he said he a boxing coach and got slapped the fuck out in front of his wife. Shamzilla say he be right back. Salute to you. Salute to D-Lo too. I ain't even said it. He said, let's get it, Gary. Let's go. Let's go, man. Get them little old 10 points on the Chan Ross one time. Even though I know everybody picked Gary, so we won't really be getting on ground, but it'll just be good to get the fight right. Both fighters look like they nice and warmed up, ready to go. I can't really just see Magsayo the way I want to, but looking at his, perspiration in his face and stuff, look like he might be nice and warmed up. I saw him in the back, in the dressing room getting warmed up. So look like both fighters ready to go, man. El Fenici said, let me get Magsayo. So he done went on ahead and put it in stone. I hate that you took Ananyan earlier, man. You jinxed him and me. Fucked me out of 10 points. Okay, Mark Magsayo, living in Los Angeles, California, by way of the Philippines. 23-0 with 16 knockouts. I think this is his first championship fight of his career. So let's see what you're going to do. See if he can knock off the long reigning champion. He's a 5-1 underdog coming into the champion. Well, I guess you could say, well, no, never mind. They changed the odds. I forgot. So he like a 3-1 underdog coming into this fight. But he ain't never fought nobody on this level, man. So let's see how he going to handle this shit. Eli Zachary said they both look like they ready for war. El said salute to the 49ers. It was all good when they beat Dallas. Now the Packers holding it. I told everybody they had action that beat them. I said because they play physical. They got a good defensive line. They don't have to blitz. They can just rush 4. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and plus Jimmy Garoppolo, he don't lose a bunch of games, man. When the man play, they win. I told the motherfucker, they trying to tell me, them Packers. Fuck Aaron Rodgers. Take your ass home. Mr. Gary Russell. Let's get it. He look like he focused. He ready for war. All right. Mr. Gary Russell in the crowd. Look like he feeling kind of nervous and shit.
Hey, them some strange numbers. 13-10. What was it? 16-19. Strange numbers y'all picking.
Yeah, that's the way it be sometimes too. On weird ass scores. Okay, we touched gloves, man. We're about to get this shit cracking. We got a fight on the way. We appreciate it for everybody hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. You know what I'm saying? That's how we grow the channel. Okay, getting ready for the first round. These motherfuckers probably gonna be out here lightning fast too. All right, here we go. They meet in the center of the ring. Gary Russell come out working that jab. Magsayo's touch with the jab and step back of the ring. He left hand from Gary Russell. Magsayo came up, somebody missed though. Short right hand from Magsayo, but he swung at all air. Looper right hand from Magsayo, but he missed that shit by a mile. Gary Russell calmly stepped back of the ring. And Gary Russell right there in front of Magsayo and sold a bit. Gary Russell stepped in with a jab for the southpaw. Now here comes a jab for Magsayo, but he got caught in the glove by Gary Russell. Lead right hand from Magsayo, then he missed it. Then they got tangled up. The referee just came and broke him. It's 2 minutes and 31 seconds left to go around. Lead left hand from Gary Russell Jr. straight up the middle. Lead left hand again for Gary Russell. I think he might have took a jab from Magsayo though. And Magsayo stepped in right hand to the body from Magsayo and he bagged Gary Russell up. Gary Russell stepped in with a jab. I think he came. Lead left hand from Gary Russell. 2-punch combination from Magsayo. Said he gonna punch with Gary Russell. Stepped in with a jab. Tried to split the guard with a jab. That's Magsayo. Then he walked off from Gary Russell. Lead left hand from Gary Russell. Jab to the body from Gary Russell from the saddle stand. Thought about going to the body, but Magsayo had a right uppercut cocked and waiting on him. And Gary Russell stepped in with a jab from the saddle stand. Stepped in with a jab again. This shit was lightning fast. I think he came on short. He could be double jab from Magsayo. Jab from Gary Russell Jr., but I think he came on short once again. Magsayo said he gonna reset on it. He stepped in with a jab, took a counter left hand from Gary Russell. I think he just touched him with it. Counter left hand over the top of the jab from Gary Russell. From Magsayo on Gary Russell. Right hand to the body from Magsayo, but he took a left hand from Gary Russell. They might have had an accidental head clash because I saw a little grimace on Russell. Step jab from Magsayo. He just reached in with a jab. Gary Russell tried to step in with a jab, but he came with short. Just counter left hand from Gary Russell right on the nose. He got his hands in good. Tried to step in with a jab to the chest area. Tried to step in with a jab again for the saddle stand. Tried to step in with a jab again. Lead up hand for Gary Russell, but he took a jab from Magsayo. Magsayo snapped the head back with it. Jab to the body from Magsayo. Counter left hand on the side of the head from Gary Russell. Shot of the fan. Magsayo got a reaction. Counter left hand from Gary Russell again after Magsayo tried to step up with something. Short left hand to the body from Gary Russell as he exited the clinch. Stepped in with a lead up hand from the southpaw. That is Gary Russell. Shot of the fan. Magsayo got a reaction out of Magsayo. Tried to step in with a jab from the southpaw, but it came with short 2-3 combination from Magsayo after Russell tried to step in with a jab. Russell stepped in with the jab from the southpaw stand. Magsayo shooting a series of feints. Short left hand from Gary Russell Jr. He stepped back in the range on Magsayo. Magsayo on shoulder. Big counter right hand to the body from Magsayo after Russell tried to step in with a jab from the southpaw stand. Head moving shit from Russell posted up in front of Magsayo. Stepped in 1-2 combination from Gary Russell. Almost took a right hand from Magsayo, but I think Magsayo missed his punch. Now Gary Russell trying to get the lead foot dominance. He stepped in with the jab from the southpaw stand. He got his hands good. Magsayo on his toes a little bit. That's a bad habit that he has of stepping back, getting on his toe. Short right hand from counter left hand from Gary Russell Jr. on Magsayo when he tried to rush in with something. Russell stepped in with a jab. Almost took a jab from Magsayo. Jab left hand to the chest there from Gary Russell. Lead up hand from Gary Russell, but he came up short this time. Magsayo tried to step in. Counter left hand from Gary Russell. Counter right hand from Magsayo was good for the goose and good for the gander. Here come a double jab from Gary Russell, trying to back Magsayo up. Magsayo stepped in with the double jab, but he ain't let it throw. Here come a jab from Gary Russell, tried to get the lead for dominance and come back with the left hand after he changed the angle. Here come a jab from Magsayo. Russell came on top of the jab with a jab of his own for the southpaw stance. He posted up in front of Magsayo, and this ended that round. What you think, bro?
I think that was a pretty good fill out round. Magsayo came out pretty fast, letting his hands go, and Gary adapted to it by letting them short crib straight left hands straight up the guard up the middle, which slowed him down, and Gary got on the work. I got to edge that round out to Gary Russell. I think his counter punching was effective.
So you're gonna edge it out to Gary Russell. Appreciate the mess of frogs in the chat. Relax time. Say who win? Shit, they win the first round right now. Anacito Lokia said, "Wow, you are nice covering this fight. I'm chilling now. Seems like I need vodka to drink. Get your drink on, man. That's what we do. Appreciate you coming through." Sesha said, Sayo looks confident in his power. Russell round, though, I think so too. Hapler type the historian in the building. What's up, bro? So what's up, Marlo? What's up, Trey? Salute.
Salute.
Let me get a little water and shit, man, because they better get back out there. Okay, we in the second round. Jab to the body from Magsayo, but he took a counter left hand from counter right hand from Magsayo. He hurt Russell. Right hand to the body from Magsayo. Russell over the step into him behind that jab from the southpaw stand. Lead up hook from Magsayo around the guard. Russell pushed it back like a bench press, stepped in with jab, left hand to the body from Russell. Might have took a left hook from Magsayo. I couldn't really tell because it was a fast exchange. You know how it is. Jab right hand from Magsayo, tried to come up the middle with it. Jab from Russell, tried to come back with the left hand, but he took a left hook from Magsayo. Lead left hand from Russell. Magsayo came back with the jab so he can get the lead for dominance and step around on Russell. Counter right hand to the body from Magsayo. That's what he's been working on too. I was seeing him working on that on the mitts. He gonna double jab with the left hand from Russell, try to come back with the jab again. That's Russell trying to back Magsayo up. Magsayo stepped in with the jab, and he stepped back at the range, said he gonna reset on Gary Russell. Shot the feint at Gary Russell and got a reaction out of Gary Russell. Looper right hand around the guard from Magsayo, but Gary Russell was holding the phone, so he got blocked. Here come a jab from Magsayo. Counter left hand from Russell, but he missed it this time. My bad. He threw another one. He missed the jab left hand for Gary Russell straight up the middle, and he hurt. It looked like he got a reaction out of Magsayo. Magsayo said he's gonna reset. Here comes a triple jab from Gary Russell. The shit was lightning fast. Came back with the jab. Magsayo said I'm fast too, and came back with the jab of his own for the orthodox thing. Only so 2-1 combination from Magsayo. Gary Russell had to change the angle on that motherfucker. He got his hands good. 2-3 combination from Magsayo, but he missed that shit by a mile this time. Here comes a jab from Gary Russell. Then he slipped the jab that came back from Magsayo. Lead left hand from Gary Russell, but Magsayo tried to answer back with something. But I don't think he landed him punched it clean though. He got his hands good. Gary Russell tried to spit the guard with the jab on the southpaw stance. He right there in front of Magsayo looking for opening on Magsayo. Counter right hand to the body from Magsayo. Counter left hand to the chin from Gary Russell Jr. was good for the goose and good for the gander. And he stepped in with a double jab from the orthodox stance. He bagged Magsayo up. Then he put the stiff arm out there. They called that to the extended guard. He stepped in with the jab from the southpaw stand. Right hand from Magsayo. I couldn't say if it landed clean. Left hand to the body from Russell. I think that's what that was. The referee was in the way, but it looked like the body positioning was a left hand to the body. Here come a triple jab or a double jab from Gary Russell, backed him up. Right hand from Magsayo, but he missed him. He tried to push Gary Russell back like a bench press. He got on his toes a little bit. That's that bad habit. He stepped in with a 2-1 combination. That's that Miguel Bichette looking shit. Try to come back with the 2-1 combination again for the orthodox stand. Head moving shit from Magsayo looking for open on Gary Russell. He said he gonna get on his toe. Big looper right hand from Magsayo after Russell had went to the body with the left hand. I think that's what that was. Russell looking for opening, put that extended guard after him. He stepped in with the jab, but he backed Magsayo up. Lead a hook from Magsayo, but he missed that shit by a mile this time. Gary Russell shot a feint at Magsayo, scared the soul out of him. So Magsayo said he gonna shoot a feint of his own. Russell tried to step in with the jab, but he came up short, shot in the feint. Magsayo got a reaction out of Magsayo. Magsayo looking for opening, tried to step in with the jab. Gary Russell tried to put the extended guard on him and push him back. Lead a hand from Gary Russell, counter right hand from Magsayo, tried to come back with something. Gary Russell, Magsayo reaching in with the jab to the corner of the real cave from Gary Russell Jr. So he get him to bring his hand down. Lead up hand from Gary Russell, counter right hand to the body from Magsayo. Gary Russell stepped in with the jab again from the southpaw stand to Gary Russell Jr. Now he's stepping around so he can get the lead for dominance on Magsayo. Magsayo went to the body with the jab like to the corner. Right hand right on the chin for Magsayo. Russell might have got a left hand to the body. I couldn't really tell. And it's the end of that round. What you think, bro?
I think this was another close round. Magsayo wasn't as accurate as Gary. He landed one good clean shot that I think Gary wanted to get his back, and he got a good shot in and rocked Magsayo also. They both rocked each other in the round. But I think Gary was more accurate in the round. I think his defense was way more better. I think he was in control. I got to get that round to Gary.
I gave that one to Magsayo, me personally. I think he hurt Gary like twice in the round. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the mess of frogs in the chat. Sesha said size and strength advantage is going to be a problem. Lay Russell 2-0 close one though. Cyber Supreme got it 1-1. L got it 1-1. Yes, that was a pretty close round. I was thinking it's gonna be a pretty good fight because Magsayo, he can't counterpunch. I was saying that coming into the fight. Okay, we're in the third round. Gary Russell stepped in with the jab, left hand to the body. Jab right hand to the body from Magsayo, though. But leave right hand from Magsayo when he came back with the one. I think that was a 2-1 combination. Right hand to the body from Magsayo, but it looked like it went low. The referee was out of position. Jab from Gary Russell, 3-punch combination from Magsayo. He ripped shots to the body and came back upstairs with something. Gary Russell trying to find Magsayo, stepped in with the double jab. Magsayo stepped back at the range, so Gary Russell said he's going to reset him. Lead left hand from Gary Russell, kind of right hand to the body from Magsayo, but it went low. Gary Russell holding it, hitting with the left hand like he on that bare knuckle boxing shit. Magsayo had to free himself. Stepped in with the lead right hand, but he didn't commit to it though. Step back at the range, so he's gonna reset on Gary Russell. Gary Russell stepped in with something, counter left hand to the body from Magsayo on his ass. Step back at the range on the shoulder, counter left hook on his ass from Magsayo again, like a check hook type of punch. Tried to step in with a jab. He didn't commit to it though. Then he over the step of the Gary Russell. Tried to come up on top of the jab with the left hook, but he missed it this time. I just Magsayo lead up hand for Gary Russell, counter right hand from Magsayo. Tried to come back with something. Gary Russell stepped in with the jab from the southpaw stand. He right there in front of Magsayo. Magsayo on his toes a little bit. Now he stepped around to get the lead for dominance on Gary Russell and stepped in with a double jab, but he ain't laying down one of them jabs on Gary Russell. Gary Russell thought about going to the body with the jab. I couldn't really tell if he pulled the trigger from this camera angle though. Here gonna Magsayo tried to jump on Russell with something, but he didn't quite commit to nothing though. Decent defense for Russell. Russell tried to step in with the jab from the southpaw stand, but it came short though. Lead up hand for Gary Russell. Right hand left foot to the body from Magsayo. Then they got tangled up. Gary Russell threw a left hand as he exited the clinch. Magsayo tried to get that lactic acid out. Well, I didn't even say that. This is just a bad habit. He stepped in with the jab. Counter left hand from Gary Russell. Magsayo tried to jump on it with something. He might have took a punch from Gary Russell in the midst of that exchange. I couldn't really tell. Magsayo kind of squared up in front of Gary Russell right now. Tried to step in with the jab, but he took a jab from Gary Russell. Magsayo on the soul a bit. Magsayo stepped in with the jab with the right hand, but he was time. Gary Russell had got up out of there. And Gary Russell over the step in the Magsayo right now, look for opening. Tried to step in with the jab. Magsayo came on top of the jab with the left hook, but he missed it though. Gary Russell looked for the lead right hand from Magsayo. Counter left hand from Gary Russell Jr. Left hand to the body from Gary Russell Jr. So you could back Magsayo up. Magsayo posted up in front of him. Looping left hand from Gary Russell. I couldn't tell if he landed because I think he barely missed that looping left hand. Magsayo trying to find it with that jab. He over the step into Gary Russell. Gary Russell stepped in to initiate the clinch. Well, he really stepped in to change the angle. They got tangled up. It's 48 seconds left to go around. Now here come Magsayo stepping to Gary Russell. Got on his toes a little bit. Gary Russell stepped in with the jab. Magsayo came back with something, took a stiff jab from Gary Russell. And Gary Russell getting the lead for dominance. Head booted shit from Gary Russell. Magsayo tried to step in some short left hand from Gary Russell. Then he changed the angle on Magsayo. Tried to step in with the jab from the southpaw stand. That's Gary Russell Jr. Got his hands up good. Magsayo on his toes a little bit, looking for opening on Gary Russell. Lead left hand, came back the right hand as Magsayo, but he took a left hand from Gary Russell. Jab to the body from Gary Russell from the southpaw stands. Posted up in front of Magsayo. Magsayo on his toes a little bit. Jab to the body from Gary Russell. Magsayo right there in front of him. Got on his toes a little bit. Counter left hand for Gary Russell when Magsayo tried to jump on him with something. Gary Russell walked off on Magsayo. Magsayo on his toes a little bit. He adjusting his trunks and shit. That's the way you do. Got hard left hand from Gary Russell. Right hand from Magsayo. I couldn't say if it landed clean. And it's the end of that round. And like one time said, at the end of every round, Gary Russell ends it in front of his corner so he can go straight to his stool and then his opponent got to walk all the way across the ring. What you think, bro?
I like that round from Magsayo. I like how he off top he came in, tried to jump, put something on Gary, but then the counters to the body, I think those was effective. Gary tried to pull it on late, but I just don't think it was enough. He landed a few good shots, but I think that worked early on and periodically from Magsayo was enough to get him around.
Okay, we got a 2-1 for Gary Russell Jr. Appreciate the message for in the chat. Eli Zachary said Gary pivoting good and may have a big shot to set up off it if Magsayo get lazy. L said right hands will be the factor. YG Knight, salute to you. Say salute to the corner. Cyber Supreme got a 2-1 for Gary. Eli Zachary got a 2-1 for Russell. Sesha said Russell can't let it turn into a brawl. He got a 2-1 for him. Anacito Lakia said Mark, 12 rounds is too long. Do it now, find a way. Okay. Here come Magsayo. Lead right hand trying to come back with a one. That was like a 4-1 combination. Once again, that Miguel Burchett looking shit. Lead right hand trying to come back with the hook, but Gary Russell ducked up under that shit, looking real slippery out there. Stepped in with the jab for the southpaw stand. Is Gary Russell. Magsayo trying to track Russell down. Lead up hand for Gary Russell. Right hand from Magsayo. Then they got tangled up, and Magsayo just tried to throw the motherfucker off of him. Loop a right hand from Magsayo. Russell came up. Russell done hurt himself. Right hand to the body from Magsayo. Right hand to the body. Came back to the right hand, left hook to the body. Came upstairs with the right hand, left hook. Russell had to get up out there. I think Russell done injured himself or Magsayo. Lead up hand from Russell. Counter left hook to the body from Magsayo. Russell is hurt. Lead right hand from Magsayo. Counter left hand from Russell upside the head after motherfucker was passing by. Lead up hand from Russell straight up the middle. I think he hurt his right shoulder, y'all. He hurt something. He was grimacing. Magsayo tried to step in, then they got taken up. Right hand to the body from Magsayo. And now he over the step of the Russell. He got his hands up good. Try to find the left uppercut, but it looked kind of raggedy. Gary Russell, lead up hand from Gary Russell straight up the middle. He said he's going to try to box the motherfucker right now. Gary Russell, counter left hand from Gary Russell. Magsayo tried to jump on it with a 2-1 type combination, but it was kind of raggedy. Counter left hand from Gary Russell once again after Magsayo. I think he shot the lead right hand out there. Magsayo said, let me think about this. Lead up hand from Gary Russell. Magsayo came back with the right hand, but he missed the right hand this time. Gary Russell shot a feint at Magsayo, and Magsayo gave a reaction. Tried to step in with a jab to the body from the orthodox. Then this Magsayo, counter left hand straight up the middle for Gary Russell. That shit was lightning fast. You could barely even see it. He tried to go to the body with the left hand, but he missed it though. Magsayo came back with something. He ain't landed though. Counter left hand to the body from Magsayo. Counter left hand upside the head for Gary Russell. This shit was a nice exchange. Here come a jab. Magsayo snuck the jab in there, like James Toney when he fought against Pulev, whatever the fuck that motherfucker there. I can't think of his name right there, that southpaw. Here go Magsayo, lead right hand, turn the left hand from Gary Russell once again. He olayed that motherfucker, bulled against the Matador. Gary Russell looking for double left hand from Gary Russell. I think he hurt his right shoulder, man, because he only throwing left hands. So he gonna try to beat this man with one hand. He over the step into lead up hand for Gary Russell straight up the middle again. See, that's also a good idea for a southpaw going against an orthodox fighter. You want that lead up hand straight up the middle on his ass with the lead foot dominance. You know what I'm saying? But here comes Magsayo. Trying to find a counter left hand for Gary Russell. That shit was pretty goddamn. He looked like he James Toney right now. Went to the body with the left hand on his ass with Gary Russell. Magsayo tried to come back with something. He looked like he was a step too slow for Gary Russell. Counter left hand from Gary Russell. He tried to come back with 4 of them. But he missed. I think he landed 1 and missed 3. Magsayo looked like he thinking real hard and shit now. He don't really know exactly what he want to do. He already said, lead left hand for Gary Russell, counter right hand from Magsayo this time. Like a right cross on his goddamn ass. Here go Magsayo. He kind of squared up. Look like Gary Russell making him think real hard and shit. Look, Gary Russell faint him. Right hand to the body from Magsayo after he took a left hand from Russell. Russell with a double left hand as he exited the clinch. And look at him in the round in front of his corner once again. So he can just sit down on the stool. And Magsayo, he got to take a walk across the ring to his stool. What you think about that round, bro?
Shit, man. That shit was kind of weird. Gary did have to control the rest of the round with one hand. Because I ain't see him throw nothing. He just put that right hand out there as like a decoy, and he was scoring shots with just one hand, man. Pretty impressive, but I got Gary pulling that round off with one hand and all.
I think so too. Salute to Jesse Morris. What's going down with you? Appreciate the mess of fries in the chat from y'all, man. Session, I said, I think it's a leg foot type of injury. Okay. Eli Zagger said that shoulder definitely hurt. I was thinking shoulder because he ain't using it. Eli Zagger said Gary not jabbing. Yeah, he done abandoned the jab. Cypher Supreme said he got this shit locked up. Seshaw said maybe back. In first round, he tried to lift Magsayo up and couldn't. No rights though, Trey. Might be right about the shoulder. 3-1 for Gary. Eli Zachary got it 3-1 for Gary. All right, we in the fifth round. Hard enough hand for Gary Russell. Then he rolled on in case the motherfucker tried to come back with the 4. Magsayo tried to catch up to him or something. Gary Russell shot up the fame. Magsayo came back with the double jab. I ain't even getting no water. Counter left hand from Gary Russell. Counter right hand from Magsayo. They both might have missed though. Magsayo tried to find him with that lead up hand from Gary Russell. Tried to walk off from Magsayo. Magsayo might have got a right hand to the body. Looping right hand from Magsayo. Right, left hand from Gary Russell, but that whole exchange was raggedy. Both of them missed them shots. Here comes a short right hand from Magsayo, trying to come back with the jab and shit. Lead up hand from Gary Russell, straight up the middle on his ass. He right there in front of Magsayo, trying to come back with the left uppercut. Straight up hand, straight up the middle from Gary Russell. Looping up hand from Gary Russell. Magsayo trying to come back with something. Right hand to the body from Magsayo, trying to come back with the jab. Now he over the step of the Gary Russell, got on the toes a little bit. Gary Russell posted up in front of him looking for opening, looking like a one-handed fighter and shit. So he gonna take a walk off of Magsayo. Left hand to the body from Gary Russell. If he beat this man with one hand, this shit is brilliant. Short enough hand from Gary Russell. Then he walked off on Magsayo. Magsayo trying to find him with that jab. He right hand from Magsayo, trying to come back with the one like that 2-1 combination. Sometimes he throw the 2-1, sometimes he throw the 4-1. Once again, like Miguel Michelle. Here comes a jab for Magsayo, but he got sealed by Gary Russell. Lead up head for Gary Russell, but he missed it. Magsayo came back with a 2-punch combination. He missed both of them. Short enough head for Gary Russell. Right hand to the body from Magsayo, but he missed that shit once again. Try to step in with the jab from the orthodox stand. This Magsayo. Lead up hand from Gary Russell, but he got blocked on the glove by Magsayo. Another lead up hand from Gary Russell, but he got blocked again. Short enough hand from Gary Russell, but he landed it this time. Counter left hand from Gary Russell. He tried to, he ran and white into that shit was pretty. Hey, here come a jab from Magsayo. Russell said he gonna walk off on him. Double left hand from Gary Russell straight up the middle on his ass. I think it might have got blocked by Magsayo. Magsayo with a 2-1 combination, but he missed that shit by a mile once again. Now he over the step into Gary Russell trying to track him down. Looper right hand from Magsayo. Russell ducked up under it. Lead right hand from Magsayo. Russell slipped it, then he walked off from Magsayo. Shot to the feint of Magsayo and got a reaction out of Magsayo. Then Magsayo trying to chase Gary Russell. Gary Russell giving up some ground to get some ground so he could walk him into another left hand. Magsayo shooting a series of feints at Russell. Shot another feint at Russell. Russell, he tried to get Russell pinned against the rope. Short enough head from Gary Russell. Then he walked off on Magsayo once again. Magsayo trying to track him down, kind of squared up. Left hand to the body from Gary Russell because Magsayo is squared up and he presenting a real big target to Russell. The left hand, looping left hand, straight left hand for Gary Russell. Magsayo trying to find him with the jab, but he got slipped by Gary Russell once again. Ring generalship and shit from Gary Russell on the ask of the ring. Short left hand to the body from Gary Russell. Magsayo tried to come back with something, but he is looking lost out here right now, looking like a fish out of water in front of Gary Russell. Now he over the step of the Russell. Russell with the short left head, but he missed it this time. Here go Magsayo, lead left hook to the body from Magsayo, and he came back to the right hand to the body. That's his best work of the round. Looper right hand, try to come back with the shoe shot combination, but he ain't laying under that shit clean. Then he leaned on Gary Russell, and Russell just went down. We got 10 seconds left to go in the round. We in the 5th round. The referee just broke him. Lead left hand from Gary Russell. Magsayo came back to the right hand, but he missed it though. Now here go Magsayo stepping to Russell. Russell, once again, he ends the round in front of his corner. One time Lawrence Williams was right on the money with that shit. What you think, bro?
Man, I can hear this nigga now. Shorty, I had to beat the boy with one hand. You know I'm bad. Ain't nobody doing that, Shorty. I like Gary Russell that round, man. Even though Magsayo was trying to be aggressive and bring the pressure, he was not accurate. He wasn't landing it, and it was one hand that was landing throughout the round, and that was that left hand from Gary Russell.
Yeah, this shit is looking brilliant, man. Gary Russell beating this dude with one hand like this. Bush guy, salute to you. If I ain't said it already, I might be tripping. He said that shoulder injury definitely showing up, but it's not a factor because he's winning for sure. Appreciate them frauds. Eli Zachary said Gary using his legs and head will be good to set up clean shots. And plus he using that feint retreat, you know what I'm saying? Where a motherfucker think he trying to run, but he trying to run you into something is what he trying to do. Cyber Supreme got a 3-2 for Russell. Robert Richardson said, I don't think Gary will hold up. Well, let's see. You're looking brilliant right now. Double left hand from Gary Russell from the southpaw stance and backed him up. Short right hand from Magsayo. He'll commit to it though. Right hand from Magsayo. Looping left hand from Gary Russell. Lead up hand from Gary Russell straight up the middle. Magsayo with like a 2-3 type combination. He might have landed that shit too. He over the step into Gary Russell. Stepping the jab. Short right hand from Magsayo again. Came back with jab. Right hand to the body from Magsayo. Russell had to get up out of there reset. 2-1-2-1-2 combination from Magsayo. Might have been a 2-1-2-1 combination to back them up. He over the step of the Gary Russell. Gary Russell shot a feint and backed him up. Short left hand to the body for Gary Russell. The referee was in the goddamn way. Counter right hand to the body from Magsayo like a right uppercut. Hit him with a check hook. Here come a short left hand from Gary Russell. Magsayo over the step into him, trying to find him with the jab, but shit, he posted up in front of Gary Russell. Try to step in with the jab again. Gary Russell getting down low, trying to make himself a smaller target. Now he giving up some ground to get some ground. Lead up hand for Gary Russell, but he missed it. Magsayo came back with the right uppercut, but he missed that. Lead up hand for Gary Russell. He doubled up on it down and knocked him to the other side of the ring. Here come Magsayo. He kind of squared up. He looked for Gary Russell. Lead right hand from Magsayo. Took a left hand from Gary Russell, I think, or he barely missed it. And Magsayo was all balanced. Left hand to the body from Gary Russell. Took a right hand to the body from Magsayo for his trouble, though. Magsayo squared up. Check hook from Magsayo after he took a left hand from Gary Russell. Lead up hand from Gary Russell. 2-5 combination from Magsayo. He knew what Gary Russell was going to do, so he beat him to the spot. That's his best work of the fight. He tried to step in with the jab. He real squared up. Gary Russell with the lead left hand, but this time he didn't step over because 2-1-2 combination from Magsayo. He tried to put some shots on Gary Russell. And referee just told the motherfucker something. I don't even know what he talking to Magsayo about in that exchange because he didn't throw no low blows or nothing. And here come Magsayo. He squared up, trying to bob weave a little bit, stepping to Gary Russell. Short left hand from Gary Russell. He walked him into it. Magsayo right there in front of him. So short left hand from Gary Russell again. 2-1 combat from Magsayo, but he missed both of them shots. He posted a lead up hand from Gary Russell. Then he got down low, making himself a smaller target. 2-1 combat from Magsayo. He chopped with it, but he missed both of them shots. Lead up hand from Gary Russell. Counter right hand to the body from Magsayo. Magsayo. Then he got up out of there. Now he over the step of Gary Russell, still squared up and shit in front of Gary Russell. Right? Gary Russell trying to control him with the lead hand, shooting to see what's the face of Magsayo to keep him in check. Lead up hand from Gary Russell. Then he walked off on Magsayo. Lead up hand again. He doubled up on it, tried to back Magsayo up. Now they posted up in the center of the ring and shit right now. Lead up hand to the body from Gary Russell. Back himself the looping left hand inside the head from Gary Russell. I like that. That's what Salido was putting on Lomachenko with them double looping left hand, one to the body, one to the head. He put a short left hand on Magsayo, then he walked off from Magsayo. Headbutt with this shit from Gary Russell. Magsayo over the step into Gary Russell. Gary Russell put the extended guard after lead up hand from Gary Russell. Looper right hand from Magsayo, but Gary Russell was long gone. 4-1 combination from Magsayo, but he missed it, took something back from Gary Russell, and Gary Russell walked off on him once again. Right, here go Magsayo trying to find him with the jab, kind of squared up. Trying to find him jab again. Looper left hand to the body from Gary Russell. He walked him into it. When you walk into it, that shit don't feel good. Lead up hook from Magsayo, but Gary Russell was long gone once again. He walked off on him. We got 4 seconds left to go in the round. Magsayo shot at the defending Gary Russell. Once again, Gary Russell ends the round in front of his corner so he can sit down while his opponent goes on the journey. What you think, bro? I said, what you think, bro? My bad. I ain't ready to talk too much.
I said that motherfucker Gary Russell be sending his opponents down the yellow brick road after every round I see. But yeah, I think this motherfucker's controlling the fight with one hand. I think Magsayo was able to land a few better shots throughout the fight. His pressure was a little more better and effective than it was last fight. He was able to land. I got to get that round to Magsayo, but it was edging out to him.
So it was a close round to get out to Magsayo. So what we got this? We got it 3-2. Or maybe I missed a round. No, we got 3-3. No, 4-2. 4-2. No counting, no arithmetic, no that. Yeah, we got it 4-2 for Gary Russell. Appreciate the frauds, y'all. Right. Looping left hand from Gary Russell, counter right hand to the body from Magsayo. Lead right hand from Magsayo when he came back with the one, but Gary Russell was long gone. Head boot shit from Gary Russell, counter left hand from Gary Russell. That shit was gorgeous. Then he walked off on Magsayo, rehearsing shots a little bit. Magsayo reaching with the jab, I almost got counter. Left hand to the body from Gary Russell, counter right hand to the body from Magsayo. He trying to track Russell down. 2-3, 2-1 combination from Magsayo trying to catch up to Gary Russell. Gary Russell got both his hands down, might be because of the sore shoulder and shit. Here go Magsayo trying to cut the ring off on Russell. Lead right hand, counter left hand from Gary Russell once again. This shit is a beautiful exhibition. Counter left hand from Gary Russell, counter left hand for Gary Russell once again. Magsayo trying to find him with the jab, trying to track him down. I don't know if he wants to, because every time he catch up to him, he get a hard left hand from Gary Russell. Looper left hand from Gary Russell, trapper right hand from Magsayo. I think both of them missed some shots though. There you go, Magsayo kind of squared up, stepping to Gary Russell, trying to find him with the jab. Left hand to the body from Gary Russell like a looper left hand. Here come a jab from Magsayo. Reached in with a jab and shit. That's Magsayo. Might have been like a up type of jab because it started low and ended high. So I said, counter left hand from Gary Russell. Then he changed the angle on Magsayo. Magsayo still trying to track it down, walking in, squared up and shit. This is what you look like when you fight a very classy, slick type of fighter. You know what I'm saying? Counter left hand from Gary Russell. He didn't land this one clean though. It was a jab of the right hand from Magsayo, then a counter left hand from Russell. Magsayo fainted like he was gonna throw the right hand. He didn't throw the right hand this time though. Now he over to step into him. They both almost hit each other with a jab at the same time. Magsayo trying to find him with the jab and shit. Got on his toes a little bit. Shot a little faint at Gary Russell. Short left hand from Gary Russell. Then he tried to walk off on Magsayo. Magsayo, he just real squared up and shit, looking real basic. Short left hand from Gary Russell straight up the middle. He taking the speed away from Magsayo. He done took Magsayo's gifts out of this fight. Super right hand from Magsayo, counter left hand for Russell, lead right hand from Magsayo. They ain't really laying under them punches clean. It was action, but they wasn't really landing. It's a minute left to go in this round. Magsayo on the shoulder, but he stepped in with the jab, came back with the jab again for the orthodox stand. That's Magsayo. Gary Russell staying cool and composed though. Magsayo got his hands good. Now he would step to Russell, lead up hand for Gary, short left hand for Gary Russell after Magsayo missed the right uppercut because he threw it from too far away. He's trying to find Russell with that jab and shit. If Magsayo keep on stopping and bouncing and shit, so he couldn't be at the Crunch Gym because they don't allow you to do all that bouncing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Sugar Hill Stewart be talking about that all the time. Lead up hands to the body from Gary Russell, try to back Magsayo up. Magsayo over the step of the Gary Russell. Right hand to the body from Magsayo. Might have took a short left hand from Russell before he landed that punch though. Russell shot a little feint. Here come a 4-3 combination to the body from Magsayo, like a right rib, left rib to the body. 2-1 combination from Magsayo, counter left hand from Russell. Then he walked off from Magsayo. Lead right hand from Magsayo, trying to come back with the one. Might have took a left hand hand from Russell. Russell sticking his tongue out, showing bravado. Then he touched it with the short left hand from the southpaw stand. All right, here come Magsayo with a jab and shit. Head moving shit from Gary Russell. All right, here come a double jab right hand from Gary Russell. Short left hand from from Magsayo and the short left hand from Gary Russell. And this ended that round, man. What you think about that round, bro?
Shit, I like Magsayo that round, man. I think he let both of his hands go, and I think he was landing more shots than Gary. Gary was able to sneak shots in periodically, but I think Magsayo throughout the round landed more shots. I gotta get that round to Magsayo.
We got it 4-3 for Gary Russell on our card. We hope everybody hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. Appreciate the message frauds in the chat. Haplotype said, have to fight with one hand. Absolutely. And you fighting against the opposite stance. D-Lo said, punch stats look bogus to me. I ain't even see the stats. YG Knight said, Gary Mike could get the tank fight the way he looking out there. Hashtag easy pickings. Well, he hurt right now, bro. Supreme 4-3 Magsayo. Sesha said, Magsayo for me too. 4-3 for Russell. Okay. Then we about to go to that. We're going to the 8. All right. Magsayo walking to Gary Russell. To double up here, Russell like a 2, and he came back with the 4, try to go to the body with something. I almost took a jab from Magsayo. Magsayo trying to find a double jab right hand, came with like a 1-1-2-1 combination from Magsayo. I couldn't tell if he landed clean though. Trying to find with that 6-3 combination from Magsayo, but I think he missed them shots though. Decent defense from Gary Russell Jr. And here go Magsayo stepping to him, jab to the body from Gary Russell. Counter left hand from Gary Russell. That was a right hand to the body from Magsayo and the counter left hand from Russell. I had fucked up on the names. My bad. Now here comes a jab from Magsayo though. He's still squared up in front of Russell. Straight left hand to the body from Gary Russell and he stepped back in the range. Magsayo is presenting a big target. Right hand from Magsayo. Almost took a counter left hand from Russell, but he missed it this time. Short right uppercut type pump from Magsayo, but Russell blocked it and got up out of there. Now here comes Magsayo stepping to him. All right. He trying to track Gary Russell down. All right. Trying to cut the ring off from Russell. Counter left hand from Gary Russell again upside his head. All right, Magsayo on his toes, a big double left hand from Gary Russell. Lead up hand from Gary Russell. Counter left hand from Gary Russell, but he took a left hook from Magsayo though. Magsayo trying to find him with the jab. Double left hand from Gary Russell, like a double lead up hand for the southpaw stance and back them up. Now here comes Magsayo trying to track Russell down, trying to cut the ring off from Russell. He's still squared up. Right hand to the body, came back and step with the left hook. That's that Tony Zell combination. Now he's trying to cut the ring off from Russell. 2-1-2 combination. He's trying to double up on the 2 like a 2-1-2-2 combination, but he ain't landed shit clean though. Trying to come back with like a 1-2-1 combination once again. But decent defense from Gary Russell. Gary Russell shooting a series of feints at him from the southpaw stand. Then he said he gonna walk off from Magsayo. Magsayo try to cut the ring. A lead up hand from Gary Russell. Counter right hand from Magsayo this time like a chopper right hand. All right, Gary Russell shot a little feint at him. Looper right hand. Counter left hand from Gary Russell right on chin. Double left hand from Gary Russell. A double lead up hand on his ass. Then he stepped back the range. Now here comes Magsayo. Lead up hand from Gary Russell once again. Try to step around and get the lead for dominance and change the angle. Head movement from Gary Russell. Short lead up hand from Gary Russell. Lead up hand from Gary Russell again. Chopper right hand from Magsayo. I think he might have clipped him with it. Now he over the stepping to Gary Russell, trying to cut the ring off from Russell. Russell with the left hand. Magsayo came back with something. Russell ended the conflict with a short left hand on his head. Ended the exchange, I'm trying to say. All right, here comes Magsayo. All right, Gary Russell just thwarted the motherfucker's attack. Here come a lead hook type pump from Magsayo and came back with the right hand, but that was good defense from Gary Russell. He ain't landed shit clean. Magsayo still squared up. Lead up hand from Gary Russell, trying to control him with the lead hand because Magsayo tried to duck up under the shot. Short left hand from Gary Russell. Here go counter left hand from Gary Russell once again, and he came back with the left hand. This shit is a beautiful exhibition of boxing skills when you're one-handed. God damn, he shot a little feint. This is what a veteran look like. All right, Magsayo trying to reach in with the jab and shit. He got his hands up good. He still squared up, posted in front of Gary Russell. Gary Russell with the lead left hand, but he came on short. Magsayo tried to find him with the 2-1 combination. I don't think he landed clean though. He found him with like he threw a 2-1 and he landed the 1 at the end of the 2. Gary Russell stuck his tongue out once again. He ends the round in front of his corner so he can have a seat. What you think, bro?
Shit, I think Gary pulled that off. I think he was in control with one hand. And it was the counter punching that had Magsayo thinking a lot and a little bit too much. But the defense was the separation. He couldn't hit Gary clean. And Gary found him and hit him way clean throughout the round. I got to give Gary that one.
I got it 5. We got it 5-3 on our card. MARLO'S corner scorecard, man. Appreciate the message fries in the chat. Let me get a little water. Sesha said those punch stats include jabs. Russell hasn't thrown the jab since the 3rd round. J-Dawg said Gary made him do that walk again. Yeah, that's what he been doing. Lawrence Williams pointed that shit out. That's what he do after every round. My Ninja News said punch stats are horrible. Absolutely. Welcome to the gym. This your first time. Eli Zachary said Gary freezing his ass. Appreciate that from Cypher Supreme. Robert Richardson said don't underestimate Freddie Roach's game plan. Well, shit, they fighting against a one-handed fighter right now, so they ain't looking too good. To be real, we in round 9. A double lead up hand from Gary Russell. Another left hand from Gary Russell. Took a right hand to the body from Magsayo. Magsayo trying to track Russell down. Right hand to the body from Magsayo. He ain't landed clean. Gary Russell was trying to get out the corner. Gary Russell stepped around the lead foot. See, that's a European step around. He walked him into a left hand. That shit was gorgeous. Lead right hand from Magsayo, man. This motherfucker Gary Russell looking like the bull against the matador out here right now. Shooting a series of feints at Magsayo. Lead left hand from Gary Russell. He ain't landed clean. Magsayo came back with a 2-3 combination. Counter left hand to the body from Russell this time. So he been throwing it to the head. Now he countered to the body that time. Lead a hook from Magsayo, but Gary Russell made a miss. All right, here go Magsayo trying to find him with a jab. All right, Gary Russell trying to control it with the lead hand. All right, lead right hand from Magsayo. He ain't landed nothing clean though, man. He just being real wild out there. He's just trying to hit anything he can. Gary Russell is a small target and he a slick target. Counter left hand to the body from Russell. Magsayo got to be careful with that because that can go to the liver. Like what that motherfucker Keith Thurman took from Luis Calazo, you know what I'm saying? And also Josh Taylor against Kyung Song. Right here to the body from Magsayo from the Orthodox stand. Lead up hand from Gary Russell. He walked him right into it. Showing bravado, talking to somebody in the crowd. Telling him, I got this shit under control. Magsayo trying to catch up to him. Lead up hand from Gary Russell, but he came up short this time. Here goes Magsayo trying to track him down. Still squared up, presenting a real big target to Gary Russell. Gary Russell, said he gonna sidestep and get the lead for dominance on the motherfucker, let him try to track him down again and burn that energy. Short enough hand from Gary Russell. Short enough hand from Gary Russell once again. I couldn't really tell if he landed both of them clean from this camera angle though. Here goes Magsayo trying to find him with the jab. He's still trying to track him down. All right. So with the stepping to Gary Russell. Gary Russell had the left hand cocked and waiting on him, but Magsayo didn't jump on him this time. All right, Magsayo looking for opening. Here comes a double left hand from Gary Russell. He ain't landed, but he took a jab from Magsayo at the end of that sequence. Now here comes Magsayo trying to track him down. He's still squared up and shit. Trying to come up to the top of the jab with the jab of his own for the Orthodox stand. Keep the counter left hand from Gary Russell once again. Lead up hand from Gary Russell. Right hand to the body from Magsayo at the end of that sequence. Here comes Magsayo. Lead up hand from Gary Russell, but he came up short this time. Trying to keep him under control with the extended guard as Gary Russell. All right, here comes Magsayo right into the body from Magsayo. I think he landed that shit too. Now he over the step to Gary Russell. We got 40 seconds left in the round. We in the 9th round. All right, Gary Russell used the European step around on the motherfucker. The referee told Gary Russell keep your head up though. And watch your head. You know what I'm saying? We got the Orthodox going against the Southpaw. Be a lot of accidental head collisions. All right, here comes Magsayo trying to catch a lead up hand from Gary Russell. Counter right hand from Magsayo. It might have went to the body. I couldn't really tell. Here comes Magsayo trying to find him with the jab. Gary Russell used a European step around once again, so you get the step around to the dorsal side. Lead up hand from Gary Russell Jr. I think he landed that one too. Short left hand from Gary Russell. He walked it right into it. Short left hand again. Right hand to the body from Magsayo. Right hand left hook to the body from Magsayo. He just tried to just throw caution to the wind and jump on Gary Russell that time. So counter left hand from Gary Russell once again. He walked him into it and he beat on his chest talking about King Kong ain't got shit on me. What you think, bro?
Shorty. Man, I think that was crazy. I think this motherfucker controlled damn near 2 minutes and 10, 15 seconds of the round with just one hand and landed more shots than Magsayo throughout that period of the round. Magsayo started to get desperate and let his hands go, and it still wasn't effective. I got to get that shit to Gary Russell Jr., man. One fucking hand.
Yeah, you doing his thing, man. Appreciate the message, fraud, man. J-Dog said that shit is genius. Winston Lee said Russell is winning with one hand and is going to get robbed. You think he's going to get robbed? D'Lo said, well, the other guy is coming forward, but the shots from Russell are so clear, I think that he's going to win. D'Lo said, I just don't see this boy landing all them shots, jab or otherwise. Maybe it would look different on the rewatch. Hey, maybe you got to watch it 10 times the way I do, bro. Eli Zachary said, every time he stopped bouncing, Gary pop his ass because he know he wants to punch then. That's why you don't bounce, man. That's a tail. Right here to the body from Magsayo. We in the beginning of the 10th round. I started behind, so Russell might have got some work off. All right, here comes a jab from Magsayo. All right, Russell stepped around to get to the dorsal side once again. Right here to the body from Magsayo. Then they got tangled up. Russell just pushed him up off of him in disgust down there. The referee just came and broke him. All right, here comes Magsayo stepping to Russell. Still presenting a real big target. He's going to walk into another left hand. Lead up hand from Gary Russell so he can get the lead for dominance. Lead right hand from Magsayo like I think he landed that shit this time too. 2-1-2-1-2 combination from Magsayo. Then they got tangled up and Russell went down. The referee about to dust the debris off the gloves. There's 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the round. We in the 10th round. Kind of left hands to the body from Gary Russell. He walked him into it. 2-3 combination from Magsayo trying to come back with the left hook. Russell rolled and got up out of there though. Got up out of there. He can Magsayo still squared up. The left hand from Gary Russell, but he missed it this time. He stepped back at the range on Magsayo. The left hand from Gary Russell. He walked him right into it. Magsayo tried to cut the ring out. The left hand from Gary Russell once again. Right hand from Magsayo, but he missed it though. Here comes Magsayo try to step to him real squared up. Gary Russell used that European step around to get to the dorsal side once again, get the lead for dominance. Here comes Magsayo trying to find him with the jab. Gary Russell slipped the jab. Magsayo cocked the left hook. Right hand to the body from Magsayo. Try to come back to the right hand to the head. Gary Russell tried to control that motherfucker right then. Magsayo using a bunch of energy right now. He looked like he is very determined right now. You want to put some hurt on Russell. He's trying to find him with the jab. Left hand from Gary Russell. I don't think he landed clean. Short left hand from Gary Russell. Right hand to the body from Magsayo. The left hand from Gary Russell. Turn the right hand from Magsayo. He landed that shit this time too. He over the step of the Gary Russell. Gary Russell shot a little faint at Magsayo. Magsayo still squared up, presenting a real big target. Short left hand from Gary Russell. Then he walked off on Magsayo. Magsayo tried to cut the ring out, tried to find him with the jab. 2-1 combination. He landed the 1-2. I saw Russell heads kind of snap back a little bit. Now here comes Magsayo. Almost called him the Ambiar for some reason. Trying to find him with the jab from side. Kind of left hands to the body from Gary Russell. Then he walked off on the Ambiar. Not the Ambiar, Magsayo. Magsayo with a 2-3 combination. If I've been calling the man the Ambiar all night, man, I apologize. Looping left hand to the body from Gary Russell. Magsayo tried to come back with something. Magsayo tried to cut the ring off from Russell. Lead left hand from Gary Russell. Counter right hand from Magsayo. Tried to come back with the 3. Might have been a 2-1 combination. Right hand left hook to the body from Magsayo. He catching up to Russell a little easier now. Russell looked like he kind of slowing down. Magsayo going to the body with the right hand. He right there in front of Gary Russell. Gary Russell looked like he kind of tired. Tried to step in with the lead left hand. I'm gonna take a check hook from Magsayo. Russell looking kind of ragged to me right now, man. Look like he kind of tired. He breathing with his mouth open and shit wide open. He posted up in front of Magsayo. Magsayo cocked that left hook and brought it back, but he missed it though. Decent defense from Gary Russell. Magsayo with the lead right hand this time. Looked like he might have barely landed. Short left hand from Gary Russell. He walked it right into it. 2-3 combination from Magsayo. The check engine light that came on. It looked like Gary Russell looked like he was sprawling out there. All right, man. What you think, bro?
Shit, I think that was a Magsayo round. I think he was able to catch up to Gary, man, with the pressure. He was able to land shots. Gary wasn't as active as he was, and he wasn't in control. Magsayo round.
All right, man. I hope everybody hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. Iceberg Nerd said Gary winning with one hand only because Magsayo too damn dumb to circle the other way. Anacito Lakia said, how can a one hand dominate the two? Winston wants miracle. Well, shit, that's what he doing. He out there winning the fight with one hand. Eli Zachary said he got a 7-3 for Gary Russell. My Ninja News said announcers talking Russell down. He said Farhood say Russell lost last round. Well, Marlo just gave the last round to Magsayo. Eli Zachary said, man, how the fuck they got Magsayo up leading? I think we got it, 6-4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we actually got it 5-5. No, we don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5-5 is what we got. All right, we're in the 11th round. Here go Magsayo. 2-3 combination. Looper right hand around the guard for Magsayo. He's trying to catch up to Russell. Russell with the left hand to the body. Short right uppercut for Magsayo. Then he pushed him back. Hard left hand for Gary Russell. 2-1 combination for Magsayo trying to track Gary Russell down. Gary Russell flashed a smile at the motherfucker showing bravado, trying to keep him at bay with his extended guard. 2-3 combination for Magsayo, but he ain't landed clean. Decent defense from Gary Russell. And he walked him into a left hand from the side stand. Looper left hand from Gary Russell. Looper right hand from Magsayo, but he misses though. And he got on this hose a little bit trying to cut the ring off on Russell. 2-1 combination from Magsayo. Then he tried to jump on Russell with like a shoe shine combination. Decent defense from Gary Russell wouldn't let him hit him clean. And here comes Magsayo still squared up, trying to find him with the jab. He reached in with the jab and shit. Gary Russell flashed a smile. Short up hook from Magsayo. All this smiling Russell doing is making me think he probably tired. Lead up hook from Magsayo. It went to the body, like to the liver area down there. All right, here goes Magsayo trying to find him with something. Took a short left hand from Gary Russell, and Gary Russell walked out. 2-3 combat from Magsayo. I think he landed that first shot and missed the second shot. All right, he over the step and get stiff jab from Magsayo and back Gary Russell up. Gary Russell tried to throw the left hand. He go like a little 3-punch combination from Magsayo, but it was raggedy as fuck. Russell had got up out of there. And here go Magsayo. Short left hand to the body from Gary Russell. Did he change the angle on Magsayo? Magsayo over the step to him. What was that 4-3 combination from Magsayo? It was raggedy as fuck. He missed that shit by a mile anyway, so it don't even matter. Try to step in with the jab. Left hand to the body from Gary Russell. Took a stiff jab from Magsayo for a trouble though. Now here go Magsayo. Lead up hook from Magsayo. Gary Russell rolled up under it, made a miss by a mile. Flash and smile at the motherfucker Sean Bavado. Magsayo trying to find it with something. Short left hand from Gary Russell. No power on it though. Lead left hand from Gary Russell. Magsayo tried to come back with the right hand. Lead left hand from Gary Russell once again. He pushed him back. Magsayo over the stepping to him, just walking in the front door, still squared up, trying to find him with the jab and shit. Left hand to the body from Gary Russell. Right hand to the body from Magsayo for a trouble though. Try to step in with the jab. Try to step in with the jab again, but he missed that shit by a mile. Looking like the motherfucker, Billy Joe Saunders against David Lemieux. I hate the motherfucker Magsayo tried to jump on it with a 3-punch combination, but he ain't landed clean though. We got 45 seconds left to go around. Lead up hand from Gary Russell. Short right uppercut from Magsayo, but he missed it though. We in the championship round. Lead up hand from Gary Russell, then he walked off on Magsayo. Magsayo tried to answer back with the right hand, but he missed it. Then he over the step of the Gary Russell right now. To the body from Magsayo. Back on step with a 2-1 combination. That was some decent work for Magsayo. Hey, he trying to find Gary Russell. Gary Russell trying to box this motherfucker. Magsayo tried to jab, but there Gary Russell slipped and stuck the tongue at the motherfucker Sean Bavado once again. Here go Magsayo trying to walk in the front door, still squared up, trying to find Gary Russell with that jab and shit. 2-1, 2-3 combination, 2-1 combination from Magsayo. That shit was raggedy. He missed all them shots. He over there trying to find Gary. Lead up hand from Gary Russell. I think he came more short this time. We got 5 seconds left to go on the round. Hey, lead up hand from Gary Russell. That shit was pretty. And then once again, he ends the round in front of his corner. What you think, bro?
Man, I gotta get that round the Magsayo. He was letting his hands go, and Gary was not. He was on the defense, just on the back foot. I mean, Magsayo wasn't landing everything clean and flush, but he was scoring. I gotta get that round the Magsayo.
Okay. Oh shit, I might be fucking up on the count, man. Yeah, I am fucking up on the count. I done missed the round. So I had it tied up, but I think you had Gary Russell ahead by a round. Because I think after one of the rounds that you had said Gary Russell, I had reached for the water instead of taking a scope. So I think you got Gary Russell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 5. 6 to 5 for Gary Russell on our card. Round 12. 12th and the final round, the touch gloves and sportsmanship. Loop it up hand from Gary Russell. Loop it left hand from Gary Russell. Right hand from Magsayo trying to jump on Russell. Left hand to the body from Gary Russell so he can get some space. Lead up hand from Gary Russell. 2-1 tight combination from Magsayo trying to catch up to Russell. He over to stepping to him. Trying to find him with like a 2-3 tight combination. It may have been a 2-1. It was real raggedy. Right uppercut from Magsayo. He rolls him up with it. I think he landed. Left hand from Gary Russell. Magsayo tried to come back with something. He's trying to track Russell down right now. Try to cut the ring off on Russell. He still squared up. A sneaky left hand from Gary Russell. Magsayo bounced him off the ropes like WWE. Then he ripped a shot to the body. Back and step with the right hand. That's Magsayo trying to track Russell down. Russell trying to keep him at bay with that extended guard. Lead up hook from Magsayo, but he missed it and he came back with the jab. I think he might have barely missed that jab. Hook a 2-1 combination from Magsayo. He ain't landed clean. Then they got tangled up and Russell went to the body with the left hand as he exited the clinch. Now here come Magsayo, still squared up. He got his hands good. Trying to find Gary Russell. Lead up hand from Gary Russell. 2-1 combination from Magsayo though. Gary Russell tried to walk off on him. Magsayo tried to cut the ring off. He still squared up. Lead up hand from Gary Russell. He doubled up on it so he could bag Magsayo up. Lead up hand from Gary Russell. Kind of right hand to the body from Magsayo, trying to catch up to Gary Russell. Right? Gary Russell posted up in front of Magsayo right now. Magsayo looking for opening on Gary Russell. Short left hand from Gary Russell. Came back to the left hand again after he changed the angle. Took a jab from Magsayo. Magsayo over the step to him. Lead up hand from Gary Russell. Magsayo tried to answer back with a jab. Try to come back with the right hand after Gary Russell missed the lead left hand. Now here comes Magsayo. Try to find him jab. Right hand to the body. Right hand to the body from Magsayo. Try to come back with something. Took a left hand from Russell. 2-3 combination from Magsayo. Russell made a miss and he raised his hand in victory and shit, feeling good out there about his performance with one hand, by the way. Now here comes Magsayo. He on his toes a little bit, bouncing and shit. Lead left hand from Gary Russell, but he came on short this time. All right, here comes Magsayo. Lead left hand from Gary Russell again, but it came on short. Magsayo trying to find him with the jabs, kind of squared up and shit, presenting a real big target. Left hand to the body from Russell as he took a jab from Magsayo. Another left hand to the body from Russell from the southpaw stance, and he back upstairs with the lead left hand, but he missed it this time. It's Gary Russell. Here comes a jab from Magsayo though. Clear the left hand from Gary Russell. 2-1 combination from Magsayo. He ain't landed clean, though. We got 49 seconds left to go in the 12th and the final round. Here come a jab from Magsayo. Left hand to the body from Russell. Came back with the left hand upstairs. 2-1 combination from Magsayo, but he missed that shit, though. All right. Gary Russell shot a feint at Magsayo and backed him up. Magsayo over to stepping to him now. Looking for Gary Russell. Gary Russell rehearsing shots. The lead left hand from Gary Russell. Back up step with the looping left hand, and he stepped back at the range on Magsayo. Left hand to the body from Gary Russell. Magsayo try to come back with somebody miss it, though. All right. Gary Russell try to keep him at bay with his stiff arm and touch him with the left hand. Here come a 2-1 type combination from Magsayo. Might have been a 1-2-1 combination, but it was raggedy though anyway. It missed. Counter left hands to the body from Gary Russell. He keep on using that feint retreat and making him walk into the left hand. 2-1 combination from Magsayo. He might have took a left hand to the body from Russell. I couldn't really tell. Russell shot the feint at Magsayo. Double left hand from Gary Russell. Magsayo tried to come back with something. And it's the end of that round. Both fighters raised their hands in victory. They feel pretty good about their performances. What you think about that? The 12th and the final round, bro?
Man, I think Gary Russell took control of that round, man. He settled for counters and he mixed it in with a lot of accurate lead shots. And Magsayo was letting his hands go, but he wasn't really scoring. He wasn't missing. He probably landed one. It seemed like Gary was more accurate. I mean, and threw more with one hand than Magsayo did with two. I gotta ask that for Gary, man.
We got a 115 to 113 in favor of Gary Russell Jr. on our card. 7-5 on our card. Let me see. Appreciate them frauds and shit, man. Eli Zachary said, "Man, I'm nervous. They might fuck over Gary. I don't think they will. Well, I hope they don't anyway, man. I thought that was a great performance by a man with one hand, man. I haven't felt impressed like that in a while. You know what I'm saying? Cyber Supreme got a 7-5 for Magsayo. But he picked Magsayo too, so you know he gonna be a little bit biased. Eli Zachary said he got a 75 for Gary. Relaxed Tom said math over or some shit like that. J1 Pro said I say Russell won 7-5. That's what we got. D-Lo said sounds about right. J1 Pro said a draw. El Chapo was with it, said he got the shit a draw. Nitty G say 7-5 for Russell. La D say one hand. I ain't seen your ass all fight. You come back in here screaming, one hand. Derek Bailey, appreciate that shit, bro. Robert Richardson say salute to the channel, man. We definitely appreciate you, bro. We appreciate it if everybody hit the like button and subscribe, man.
Salute, Robert Richardson. Hey, Lala was at the edge of her seat. This was a crazy ass fight ever since. What round was that? 7, 8 or something when he started screaming in agony.
Yeah. El said a bias. Mark, who you talking about, man? Don't talk about my man Cyber like that, bro. Session, I said Russell fine around 66, so he had it tied up, locked up. Lala D said Gary wanted me with one hand. I thought he could have edged it out. We had a 7-5 for Gary on our card, 115 to 113. I like the score. I think it's a pretty good score. I thought that was a special performance by one hand with a fighter. You know what I'm saying? A lot of fighters, man, they'll put their hands in their pockets in that situation. And he was able to score with the motherfucker and be effective. Half of the tight, Cyber Supreme 115 to 113. I got you. Half of the tight said with one hand. D-Lo said, I thought Gary did his thing, but the talking heads were all on Magsayo. They want a new star. That's what you was talking about when we was chopping it up and shit. I had brought it up to the people when I was talking earlier. Rod S. the Champ said this was a good ass fight. This was an excellent card. I think so too, man, when it comes to the action for sure. D-Lo said all highlights for Magsayo. Anacito Lakia said, I salute this channel. Thanks, more power. God bless, man. We appreciate you coming through and checking out the fight with us. J-Dog said, I had.
Salute to you, fam. Salute. Appreciate you for stopping by.
Definitely appreciate it. J-Dog said, I had Russell up 7-5. Yo, we got the same score. Lala D said, Magsayo cannot get a win. He did not do enough. You got to go in there and beat the champion. And he had the opportunity tonight with all the shit going on outside the ring for Gary Russell, and he hurt himself in the fight. He might have actually aggravated the injury that he had coming into the fight. And Magsayo still didn't do enough to go in there and take the man belt. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you on that, man. I think the worst it should be is a draw, but I think Gary Russell did enough to win. El Fenicia said, no, I'm biased for Mark. Okay, I got you. Lala D said exactly Marlo. Gil Cole said Magsayo didn't do enough to win for him. Lala D said, when are they giving the motherfucking results? Hey, a lot of the time when they wait a long time for the results, there's some fuckery going on. That's something that I've noticed in boxing, man. So If they taking a long time for the results, man, it might be Magsayo. That's just what I've seen and since I've been watching boxing. Half the type say draw. D'Lo said Gary didn't throw a single jab after round 5. See, Magsayo got it.
Yep, they gave it to Magsayo.
Damn. That's why I tell you, man, it take a long time to get the results. It can be some fuckery a lot of the time. Well, I can't say it's just straight fuckery because it was close. You had it 7-5. You know what I'm saying? They gave it to him by majority decision. So I guess it's not just straight fuckery, but I thought Gary Russell won the fight. I thought he boxed beautifully with one hand, counter shots, lead left hand, come back with the foe, mix it up and go to the body, then walk off on his ass. You know what I'm saying? What you think about this shit, bro?
Well, shit. It's 3 judges, it ain't just one. But shit, I don't know what the other scores were from the other judges. But shit, I mean, Gary did have one hand, man. I guess they liked it, the pressure coming from Magsayo, but it wasn't even effective. You know what I'm saying? Gary was not avoiding that shit with counter left hands, man. He was using one hand the whole time. But I mean, I thought it was bullshit because if you look at the punch stats, Gary was landed like 3 left hands, and it was still 4-0, 4-1 for Magsayo. It was just a lot of weird shit going on. There's always something weird going on with Steve Fargood, but I don't know. I thought it could have been a draw or Gary edged it out majority decision, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that's what D'Lo was saying coming in though. He was like, man, he felt like the WBC might want a new champion because he felt like Gary Russell isn't active enough to where they could be making more money out sanctioning fees if they had another champion. So it looked like that's what happened tonight because I felt like Gary Russell did enough to win, but hey, it was close. You know what I'm saying? But hey, what you about to say, brother?
Nah, nothing. I was just sitting here thinking.
Let me jump in the chat a little bit. Eli Jackery said, look at this bullshit. Havelatite say, damn, Lala D said she turned the TV off. El Fenichi said, broken clock is right twice a day. I mean, we did see the signs coming in. We saw a lot of shit that was going on for Gary Russell, but he did say he had an injury coming into the fight. And midway through the fight, he aggravated that injury. That's what I'm guessing. So we did see some signs. We can't be just too surprised, but at the same time, I felt like Gary Russell won 75. Relax Time said, who won? Magsayo won and Newt. Junior the Superdog said another good fight night at the gym, man. We definitely appreciate you pulling up, bro. Cyber Supreme said, nah, no fuckery. He did the job by a slim margin. And that he had his goal for Magsayo 7-5. D'Lo said, I had the feeling Gary would need to dominate to win the fight. Iceberg Nerd said, a fight like this where neither guy did any damage, you score points. Magsayo won on points. The end. But do you feel like he did enough to take the belt from the champion? You know, that's kind of like an unwritten rule in boxing. You got to go take the championship you got to take the belt from the champion. Do you feel like he did enough to snatch that belt tonight? D'Lo said it was 114, 115, and 113 twice. Okay, Iceberg Nair said you're not going to score Magsayo jabs because Gary couldn't throw his. Okay, you must be talking to somebody else.
No,
Rob,
man, he didn't. Them jabs, he wasn't active with the jabs. He came in with leads and throwing combination punches. He wasn't just working the jab. You know what I'm saying? And you can't score a jab if he missing. You can't score a jab because he throw. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he won. Salute. Shout out to him. I ain't mad at the decision. You know what I'm saying? Gary did have one hand. I don't think, you know what I'm saying, the judges was going to just let this be an embarrassment or what the powers that be. But I think he did enough to win. It's just my opinion.
yeah, I thought Gary got, but hey, last week I was saying like because we was talking about betting and shit, and I can't remember the fight. I was like, man, if I had to bet my money on one fight, I would put my money on Magsayo this week because it's just too much shit going on coming into the fight. You know what I'm saying? And it looked like the man had one hand tonight. That's tough, boy. That's tough. Uh, where I'm at, right as the champ said, those punch stats don't look right. Chapo said, good score. That shit was good. Derek Bailey said, they job, Gary. J1 Pro said, I'm sorry, man. Gallo getting knocked out when he fights somebody good. I was not impressed. Haplotype said Gary holding that belt hostage and not fighting is what caught up with him. That's what D-Lo was saying. It's just boxing said Gary did enough to win. Cypher Supreme said, once again, no crow for me. Get your ass in that champ, Ross. We got some crow for you over there. Don't worry about it. Relax Tom said, new champ and new. D-Lo said, I remember Ray Vargas was Gary's mandatory, and they decided it wasn't a good fight for Vargas. So enter Magsayo. So he felt like they set him up. El Fenici said, pass the crow like we used to do. Rod X the champ said, congrats to Magsayo. Congrats to him, man. Eli Zachary said, man, Gary was controlling and dictating the fight. I thought he was controlling the fight with one hand. He was running the man in the left hands all night. He was landing counter left hands. He was landing left hands to the body. I thought he won, man. Rod X said, I believe you got to beat the champ. That's why I say you got to beat the champ. I don't think he did enough to go in there and snatch that belt from the man. Lala D said, they know that. They straight capping her. D-Lo said it depends on who the champion is before they implore to take it from the champion mentality. I guess that's true, man. But that's just an unwritten rule with boxing, man. You got to go snatch the belt from the champion. Eli Zachary said he was missing his ass off. Ying, welcome to the gym. This your first time. Said highway robbery. The fuck? Junior the Superdog said if Gary pulled out the fight for injuries, they would have ran him out of the state. I mean, he already coming off a long layoff, so he probably didn't want to pull out the fight. It might have been a good idea, though, man, because I think he injured himself in this fight. Well, re-injured himself or aggravated the injury. D-Lo said, Gary said, I gave him a boxing lesson out there. I thought he did too, man, a one-handed boxing lesson. Iceberg Nerd said, Gary couldn't do enough to keep the belt, come back healthy and get your lick back. I'm not giving you anything because you got hurt. Don't take 2 years off. Maybe you don't get injured. I understand that, but even with the injury, I still thought he did enough, like with all the counter punches and stuff. I know that he had some rounds that he kind of took off and he let Magsayo get some work off. Hell, he was one hand. You might have to take a little time to he has to get out your shoulder a little bit so you can come back with something. I thought he did enough to win, man. I thought he outboxed the man with one hand. Excuse me, but I like to go back and look at fights again. I got this shit recorded on the DVR, so I'm gonna go back and check it out. Iceberg Nerd said, good fight, though, y'all. I'm out. Respect, man. We definitely appreciate you coming through.
Hey,
Ollie Day.
Iceberg. Salute, fam.
Ollie said, I called it. Magsayo won. He did call it, man, but I'm just not sure if it's credible. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like the guy lost, man. Magsayo. But I ain't gonna cry about it, though. I mean, it was close enough to where it don't feel like it's just a straight up worst robbery that I ever seen, but I don't think the right guy got his hand raised tonight. Spirit of Justice said Gary beat that man with one hand. I think so too. Haplotype said Shades today La Jolla Trinidad.
Hey, look, they already traded him the belt. Look, they took Gary Russell belt back, and they already had his name on the goddamn belt.
Yeah. Haplotype said, I read that. Cypher Supreme said that if Russell was 100%, he definitely would have got this one. He fought a smart ass fight as he could, but he kept that boy in the fight. Okay, I got you. Ali Dago said Magsayo landed the better shots and great body shots. I saw a whole bunch of missing, bro. Like the body shots and stuff that he landed, I don't think they were more impressive than the left hands from Gary Russell that was landing. Counter left hands, looping left hands, straight left hands, looping left hands to the body. I just don't. I think that Gary Russell was more impressive. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm not mad at y'all opinion though, man. We all entitled to it. You know what I'm saying? D-Lo said for most of the fight, clean, effective punching Gary defense. Gary, ring generalship Gary. I got you. Gil Cole said I ain't mad at Gary. He schooled Magsayo with one hand, easy win with both. You think it's an easy win with both hands? I definitely think he did enough to win this fight right here. What they say that with the percentages and shit. Did you catch that shit, bro? What the people say?
Nah, I wasn't even paying attention.
I saw it was 2-1 odds that they had. Let me look real quick and see what the people voted. The people said Magsayo won the goddamn fight. They said, who you think won the fight? 33% say Russell, 67% say Magsayo. So they got 2-1 odds that the people think that Magsayo won the fight. I guess I got to take that shit with a grain of salt, though, man. You know, everybody want to see our champions fall and shit, so you know they gonna vote like that. But yeah, congratulations to Magsayo, man. He went out there and got the W today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I ain't mad at it, man. Man
D-
had one year. He really wasn't doing enough. I think Masgayev showed a lot of holes in his game, man, because lead left hands was definitely slowing him down from his work rate. He wasn't letting the jab go that much. He resorted to pressing him with combinations and lead shots. But shout out to him, man. We got a new champion.
I got a comparison for you. Rigondeaux versus Casemiro. Because you know, Rigondeaux out there boxing the motherfucker. Rigondeaux, he only used one hand anyway. He control you with the lead hand and hurt you with the backhand. He had the aggressive Filipino trying to come to him and make a fight. And the judges scored the was landing the cleaner punches. And this fight right here, it looked kind of similar. Russell, you know, he the slick southpaw, a lot of amateur fights, just like Rigondeaux. He was using one hand in this fight, landing clean shots. He had the aggressive Filipino coming to him, trying to make an aggressive fight out of it. And the judges scored it favorably for the Filipino once again. So I see some similarities in them fights. Let's see where I'm at. D-Lo said WBC have no shame in their game, baby. Just like when they bought a belt for JoJo Diaz's baby. Eli Zachary said Gary controlled the fight. High Side TV said no excuse, take the L. Shit, I don't think it's an excuse if you disagree with the outcome. It ain't like we saying, well, he only lost because of his hurt hand. We just saying we disagree with the verdict. Chopper think Russell output was enough to win the fight. He lost the fight more than old boy won it. Okay, Rodney said, see, well, that's kind of why I was thinking about Rigondeaux and Casemiro, because I think Gary Russell was a lot more active in this fight than Rigondeaux was in his fight against Casemiro. You know what I'm saying? Right as a chance, I don't believe it was a robbery, but I do believe a business decision was made. Yeah, he said he can see some credibility to what D-Lo been saying. Derek Bailey say facts, Trey X. High Side TV said Gary take the punch in his face very well. So you feel like Gary was just out there getting pieced up in the fight. Eli Zachary said it's an L, but we all know fuck it is what it is. Absolutely. D-Lo said I'm not crying robbery. I just felt Gary won. The people saw Farhood scoring round after round for Magsayo, so of course they felt he won. Ali Dago said, in my opinion, it was clear to see Magsayo landed the better shots, but Russell Jr. did good. Chris Ray, salute to you, said, I wanted Gary Russell to win. Kev Harris said, F that. How long do you think that fool gonna hold that belt? Well, you know, Styles make fights, man. Every fighter that he fights is not gonna be Gary Russell. You know what I'm saying? If you look at them guys that's in the division, them motherfuckers ain't like no Gary Russell. It's a good chance he can whoop a bunch of ass going forward. You know what I'm saying? How many fighters like Gary Russell out there? Some of the fastest hands that you will ever see. I always say, Roy Jones Jr. said that Gary Russell got the fastest hands he ever seen. I know he's slowing down a little bit now because he's 33, but you know, in his prime, he was fast as fuck. He a southpaw, 163-10 as an amateur. He probably won like 7 or 8 national champions and shit, championships. He won a bronze medal at the AIBA World Championships. Them motherfuckers in the division ain't like Gary Russell, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think this motherfucker Magsayo can whoop a bunch of ass. World bet. Chris Ray say like, share, comment, subscribe. Thanks, blessings. I'm out. J1 Pro said I felt like they didn't want Gary to have the belt anymore and wouldn't get the decision. That's what D-Lo been saying, man. He been saying he holding the belt hostage. He keeping them folks for getting them sanctioning fees, so they wanted to take that belt from him and give it to another fighter that will be more active. And it also might help that the other guy is an orthodox fighter, so you ain't got to worry about him getting avoided the way Gary Russell be getting avoided. KF everywhere, man. D-Lo said, I said this may have shades of Rigondeaux versus Casemiro in his video, okay? Eli Zachary said Rigondeaux wasn't popping Casemiro like Russell was popping Magsayo. That's why I was saying I felt like this guy was more active than Rigondeaux, but I do see some similarities. High Side TV said Russell take the punch. You ain't got to say the same shit over and over again, man. I can read very well if you can't tell. Kev Harris said he lost to a one-handed man out there. Spirit of Justice said they be giving Filipinos some gift decisions. High Side CV said this is why Russell looked like he is winging. I'm not gonna keep on reading this crazy ass shit, man. This man trying to get under my skin. J1 Pro said, sure, it's an L, but that don't mean I agree with the judges. One judge gave it a draw. That's what I'm saying, bro. We ain't making excuses if we disagree with the verdict. That's all it is. Lala D said she back. High Side TV. El Chapo said it hurts more. He lost by injury. See, that's the thing though, man. Like when we talking about the shit, we ain't even bringing up the injury too much, man. We just saying that we felt like he won, injury or not. We felt like he did enough to win. Y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna change my mind, man. I got two eyes. Cyber Supreme said, well, at least Gary didn't get caught with a big right hand. He got caught with a left hook though. I saw him get hurt at the end of one round. I think I saw him get hurt maybe like twice in the fight. El Chopper said if he didn't get hurt, he would have got the dub. High Side TV say rematch is a must. Okay, so now he talking with some sense. Gil Cole said Navarrete versus Magsayo. With Navarrete, I think he at like 130 now, ain't he? Or he moving up to 130 because they were talking about putting him in with Vargas, but I would definitely take it though. Lala D, okay. Lala D said the face says it all. What you see in his face? Gary Russell looked like he got the brakes beat off of him in his face. D-Lo said Rigondeaux was stopping Casemiro in his tracks at time. Yeah, he was walking him into left hands just like Gary Russell was doing. He walked him into left hands all night. High Side TV said Rigondeaux was not punching at all. Yin said, watch, he joined the NBF club after this. What the fuck is the NBF club? He got me feeling like I'm slow as hell. King said, welcome to the gym. This is your first time. Said that fight remind me of Ugas versus Pacquiao. Gary too small. Ugas versus Pacquiao. I think I see more Rigondeaux versus Casemiro. I can kind of see where you're coming from. Southpaw going against Orthodox and all that kind of shit, but the Southpaw in the Ugas and Pacquiao fight, the Southpaw threw a lot of punches. In this fight right here, the Southpaw was more economical because he had an injury. So I think that's a little bit different. El Chapo said I was going to bet 50 to get 300 before the fight, and I didn't. That's what I said last week, bro. If it was a fight that I would bet on, this was it. It's just too many fucking question marks coming into the fight for me to sit over here and be like, oh, yeah, man, it's guaranteed that Gary Russell going to win. It's in a bag. I do feel like he did enough to win, but I saw enough to where if somebody going to give me 3-1 odds or 4-1 odds to take Magsayo, yes, I will take them 4-1 odds. You know what I'm saying? Jovito Salamin or something like that. You say you can't win if you're running away. You have to fight to win. Well, shit, you got to take the belt from the champion, though, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the unwritten rule in boxing, man. You got to take the belt from the champion. Gil Cole said, look like Pacquiao fans up in the ball. Yeah, you know they going to be out in full force, bro. They going to be out there raising hell. Derek Bailey say, no black fighters. Okay, that's what NBF stand for, huh? Y'all know I'm slow, man. Y'all just can't put a dry ass acronym out there. Y'all got to tell me what that shit mean. Rod Nation Chancellor plus Magsayo got the Manny connection, and he can bring the whole country back to the boxing scene. By the way, I had this Gary 75. That's a good point too, man. I had brought that shit up on Monday. The Filipinos, they do get behind their fighters. I've been seeing like before we started this live stream tonight, I swear I saw like a dozen Filipino channels already in there getting it in. Like they big behind their fighters, man. So it's a little money that could be made with Magsayo if he get in there and keep on winning. D'Lo said Gary down there won on the cards with one motherfucking arm. He fought valiantly. I think so too. And that's really like the frustrating part because he did a very good performance with one hand, but it goes down as an L. I think this could have been like one of them historical type of nights where a man get one hand, a long-standing champion, and he come back and defend his belt with one hand. What you better say, bro?
I was finna say the same thing. I was finna say that that's why I ain't mad. You know what I'm saying? To see those scores, one had a draw, and the other one, I think he won by like what 2 rounds. I was like, you can't get mad at that, man. When the motherfucker was in there holding it down with one hand, it's kind of weird, but I don't know that they could have robbed of a history performance on how to beat a motherfucker with one hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Cole. So let's see if Magsayo hold it down. Yeah, we gonna see, man. Hey, bro, you want to go ahead and shut it down? I know you had got up early.
Yeah. We get up, we call it till Monday or something.
All right, man. Marlo be getting up early. We would all sit up here and bask in our misery and eat our crow together. Cause we all pretty much ate crow as a family. Hey man, ain't nothing wrong with a nice family meal. We all sit down and have a meal together. Even though we should be serving crow, in my opinion, but hey, it is what it is. We gotta hold this L. So yeah, man, we're gonna see what's up on the channel, Ross. I ain't really do too good this week. I got to see where the chips gonna fall, man. But hey, I appreciate y'all coming through, fucking with us on the fights and shit, man. I had a good time tonight. We didn't get the result that we was looking for, but I still had fun calling the fight and kicking it with the fam. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on next week or nothing like that, but we're gonna try to come back with something, man. Probably do the live stream on Monday. But I am not gonna talk y'all to death, man. Much love to everybody and salute.
Yeah, real talk, man. You already know it's always fun chopping it up. Sharing each other's opinions on the fight, man. Shit, I'm eating my crow, man. I got mine with some fries. I got them fried like what's that one restaurant called? They only sell wings, only
They only
sell
said a week.
tenders. I got crow tenders tonight, man. Tenders and fries going on over here. Hey, but y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night, man. It's always love, man. Until next time, don't forget to tell them haters and trolls, the fuck out my gym.
You heard him.
Peace.
Gia.